Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Monday. Glad you're with us. We have a special show. We've got 3 hours, and we've got so many exciting pieces for you tonight. Of course, this is our weekly, nightly date. Weekly, nightly, that doesn't make sense, but it's our weekly Monday night date where we do everything on markdown. So no matter how fresh, no matter how new it is, no matter how exclusive or rare or exotic, we mark it down for you. And we've got a lot of special pieces for you tonight that include, I gotta show ya. This is very exciting because we actually have something that a lot of you have been looking for and asking for of late that we have not been able to do at anywhere near as affordable as you're going to see tonight. This is our Tahitian pearl strand. I cannot think of anything really more classic in jewelry than your classic pearl necklace, although upgraded the way this is with something as exotic as larger Tahitians are, very, very special. That's why I'm telling you about it now, because this is usually a $10,000 or more necklace, but we're going to bring it down to an incredible affordability level tonight, and it is going to be a style where actually I prefer these pearls to what we've even seen prior in those more expensive price points because they are so completely rainbow-esque with their colors and their pearlescence. So you're going to see some of our best pearls on display, and they're not small. They're all 9 to 12 millimeters. So we've got that strand coming up. Very affordable price point. We'll do that this hour. We're not waiting. So that's going to be coming a little later this hour. So very excited about that. Also, brand new Kunzite here is in a bridge. We have a gorgeous turquoise that we're going to mark down for you. It's been here a few weeks. I haven't been showing it to you because it had a price that I wasn't absolutely thrilled with. Well, now it is. And then we've got a blue wing block D. It's a 6.5 carat round that is in the most classic mounting I think you can ever want, was your hope for. And there is a Poir Eva. The funny part about this is it was just yesterday I had a Poir Eva in the saddle ring at the very tail end of our show. Well, this is where we've got something that we did the slightly smaller version. So if maybe your thing is that the saddle ring that most of us love, if that's just a little too grand in scale for you, we have the more small in scale saddle ring. So that's going to be coming up for you. And we have it with the Poir Eva that's almost the same size as what we featured yesterday. And of course, being that it is a little less diamond weight, about half, it's going to bring that price down for you as well. So going to make that a very affordable price tag. Tony's favorite necklaces here, mine as well. We share that in common. Our fabulous cross necklace that has a almost Gothic or Celtic vibe to it, that's returning. It's a favorite. Also, speaking of favorites, it really is, this is not my favorite word, but dupe, you know what that means, right? Just kind of a look-alike. Typically, we'll talk about a dupe for a diamond or something like that. Well, there's actually a piece here that has been beloved. We're going to bring it back tonight because it looks like our $70,000 pink diamond ring, but it's nowhere near $70,000. And it's not even a pink diamond, but it's something just about as rare. So we have that on the way, as well as lots of one-of-a-kind brand new. We've got some gold quartz for you. We've got a Bicolor zircon. Have you ever seen one of those before? Yellow sapphire marked down, tanzanite earrings, you name it, we got it. Also, I was really marveling. We have a new cat's eye rubellite being one of the most rare tourmalines in the world. But when you add, or I should say when Mother Nature adds, a chatoyant effect, it gets really, really cool. So we have that. And even an earring wheel, an assorted wheel, and some major closeouts. And also, it's funny, Lynette, who just called in. Lynette, first of all, thank you for your calling in earlier. I got your message, very kind of you, but I got to tell you, I thought of you earlier before Jess told me you called because I have a gorgeous Wisa. Isn't that amazing when you have a favorite that's kind of your signature stone? And I get to know you guys for certain stones or certain styles that you love. Well, Lynette, we've got a gorgeous Wisa and maybe calling your name tonight. So that's here as well as anything else. And of course, you can call us with exactly what you'd like to see because, listen, it's the way to do it. We're a live show, so we can really cater to your needs, your wants, your desires, whatever it is you're looking for. Let us bring it out. Let us show it to you. Call me, challenge us. Let's see what we got in the vaults. Maybe if there's something really out there. I mean, hello, there's even a Rhodochrosite here tonight that we hardly ever see. So all that and more, but I would love to hear what you're looking for on this Monday night because it's not just about the assortment I've chosen for you, but anything that we can go out and find for you and bring out for you. We would love to do that. So are you guys ready to get started? A little shopping party. I hope you're ready to shop. Hope everyone had a wonderful Mother's Day yesterday. Hey, we got to hang out together yesterday, which was nice. But if we missed you, I know I heard from a lot of you who said, oh my gosh, I missed the show because I was out celebrating Mom's Day. Well, hope y'all had a wonderful Mother's Day celebration with family and friends, and maybe you want a little post-Mother's Day treat for yourself, well, this is the night to do it. We're going to start with Padparadscha, actually, which is something we don't get to see very often. That's going to be a gorgeous round Padparadscha. How about this one? 112408 gets us started. In the world of sapphire, an exotic here for you that is just stunning. And it also is a 62-point round Padparadscha. And it is all, think about this, natural, unheated, and treated as well. So that's very special. Take a look at that gorgeous stone. Of course, this is in a pretty elaborate mounting. It's elaborate in the sense that it's classic, but it's done really with focal points all the way around. So I'm enjoying that. 41 points is your diamond weight. That's going to be not only up top here, but also on the side profiles of this band, which is all 14 karat gold. But look at that. That's something that, did you see the basket work? I mean, that's the extra special treat here. I'm going to show it to you on the hand here now. I will warn you, it's a smaller size now. That's not going to prevent us from sizing. You know, we offer free sizing for you, but that is it's a size 4, so I know it's going to be a pinky ring, but I'll tell you right now, the details from the profile, and you know I'm a sucker for when they actually put in all the details galore that we're going to see here, and that's exactly what you're getting, where there's that beautiful basket work. And if you're waiting on hold, bear with us. We don't have a lot of operators here yet, i.e. one. So again, there's 4 of you out there on the lines, and there's only 1 operator in here. So, you know, I'm the only one who needs to show up on time, apparently, right? But here we go. Wait, they're on their way. Rescue, help is on the way. But here we go. I'm going to show this one on hand, and bear with us. But here we go. This is what it's going to, now remember, we're going to size it for you, but I want to show you the details here because the entire basket as well is almost a floral design, which intriguing because Padparadscha does mean lotus blossom. So they've really, I think, taken that theme and that really literal translation, and they've decided to really interpret that as an aspect of the mounting, which I think is lovely. And you can see diamonds on every which side and angle. So here's what it looks like from that side profile again. So you can see a little bit of subtle mill grain there. Diamonds, bigger diamonds I might add, that are really throughout the sides. Of course, that'll be on both profiles of the ring. And then we've got that beautiful pink and orange mix. We saw a round yesterday. It went very quickly. Here's where we get you a much better price tag than even $39.99 to start us off. And again, so many one-of-a-kinds. We always invite you to dial in really early the second you see something you love, because if you're like me and you shop for jewelry emotionally, which I think most of us do because it is that kind of thing, right, where you just know it when you see it, you got to have it. You just want to dial right then and there because you know I'm going to take care of you on the price tags. You know we're going to discount everything, especially on a Monday Night Markdown show. And this one's not going to be $39.99 at all. So you get a much, much better value, a really nice opportunity. Consider, again, this is all natural in that color, and it's not even going to be close to $19.99, which is already half off. So you're getting a deal and a discount already, and then we get to go lower and lower and lower, and that's why you want to be on the phone lines pretty much for everything that we're going to do tonight. So again, when that piece strikes your fancy, you got to dial in really, really early because it is not going to last, and we're not doing $19 or even $14.99. So huge value already for an unheated round Padparadscha, the rarest color, which again, it's colors blended. It's really pink and orange together if it's a true Padparadscha, and this is, but it's also not $14 and it's not $13.99. And again, all we need to do is size it probably up for you, unless you're needing a size 4 already, then we're good to go. But I'll make it even easier. How about $1,299 to get that one to you? And that will be, I think, the most affordable Padparadscha we've seen in some time. But I also do have, I got to tell you, rare tourmalines. We touched on the cat's eye rubellite, but I also have an indicolite for you as well. We've got some Poir Evas that are actually round stones put together in a little floral design, very couture high-end. So this is exciting. It's a great night to be with us, and we've got a yellow sapphire discount coming up. Loving this one too. Huge stone size, like a yellow diamond in its sunshine color you're about to see. We're going to stay with the sapphires for just a moment. Remember that sapphires are extremely durable, so I don't think we have nearly enough sapphires to touch on the fact that it's extremely durable, it's extremely wearable, so really wear it like you would a diamond almost, because it's got that similar everyday durability for you. Here it is, another sapphire. Now this is going to be the opposite end of the spectrum as far as overall size of the ring. It's got a big towering effect of this floral essence of a double halo. So got to touch zoom there, but there we go. That's going to be our yellow sapphire, and I love the discount on this one. You may know this stone. It's 1122,917. It is a one only. It's going to be an extremely, extremely affordable price tag, but that's where I'm going to ask you to kind of ignore the carat weights, but not, because that's really important when you see it's a carat 51. Also unheated material. That's important as well. It also has this diamond double halo. First halo, really classic and traditional. Second one outside of that is going to give you almost this leaf-like design. And it's one only. You can still change the gold color. The sapphire is enormously pretty. It really is. It's one of those where Again, a lot of the yellows can be a little bit on the dingy side. They're not going to be necessarily as bright. We see so many at this point. We see so many of our yellow sapphires are going to be compared with our yellow diamonds, which is a tough, tough, tough standard to reach. When you talk about what we usually see are these brilliant, vibrant, really stunning yellow diamonds, well, this is where the yellow sapphire, no dinginess to it, no really even pastel. It's got that bright, amazing, vibrant color. So that's really what it's about. So it's very reminiscent of what we would see out of a bright yellow diamond that's got a, brilliant cut with a VS clarity, but again, durable too, unheated. So that makes it really amazing because you're seeing the clarity of that stone. It wouldn't give you that brightness if it didn't have great clarity. This one does. And then you're going to look at the diamonds, 74 points in diamonds as we come on over. And if you want a little more contrast with your gold, go with the white gold, no problem. Stick with the yellow if you want more tonal like it is. But it's going to be a wild opportunity as far as price tag, and that's what we love so much about it. Now, it's a big ring, so I want to show that on. This started at $59.99, but boy, has it been here a minute. So it has been over time marked down, and then marked down some more. And then, of course, the big finale markdown is right here, right now. That's going to guarantee it goes. Do not wait. Sapphire lovers, look at the size and scope of this ring overall. A little bit of a split shank on the sides, leading up to that outer halo, which again, I think it ends up looking more like a carat and a half in diamonds all day because you've got those wider, bolder halos and overall design to it. But it's not going to be anywhere near where you can imagine. So that's why, again, this is really where, we dig into some of those really deep discounts earlier in the show, like right now. And this is going to prove to you why you got to be with us at the start of every single show. I'm just going to flip it around in case you like your pear shape. Pointing away from the hand, that's what it looks like, that orientation, so you can get an idea what it's going to look like on you no matter how you like to wear your pairs. But it's not even half of this price of $3,000, nor is it even $2,000. Now, that's a very fair value at $19.99. I think we can all agree on that. When you take it even lower, like we're about to do, and you get a huge opportunity like you've got, where it's not going to be 19, not even 1,500. Didn't we just do this on a 62-point Padparadscha? Well, a 62-pointer is not going to be the same as a carat 51. Obviously, this should be more money. We're doing something really extraordinary here. And again, all that extra diamond weight around it, you're getting a really superstar piece in a color that, let's face it, you rarely see that level of color in a yellow sapphire. Do not wait. It's not even 15 or 14 or $13.99. Just think of the scope of gold you have alone. Just think of the sheer raw gold weight you have in a ring this size, first of all, before you dive in and jump into the really good stuff, which is the diamonds all the way around it. And most importantly of all, it is that yellow sapphire that you have in the middle. So to get all that and then watch this spin here and realize it's not even $13.99 to get this ring. What a value already. It is $1,299 to get that 1-to-1 collar tonight. So I think what really does define Monday nights are values like this. And you're going to see them all night long, but it's really important to see how we can make this really exciting and interesting right out the gate, show you what's still to come. Amazing, amazing values, but we're going out with some really important sapphires here to start. So we've got 30 seconds with that one, then we're going to move along. And on a very, very big Monday night ahead, let me tell you, the Wisa's here. In Bicolor, I mentioned the Poir Evas, but then we have a Cuprian. Now, I know we had that green Cuprian go very quickly yesterday. Going to show you a hot pink. It's like rubellite meets copper bearing. Have that one for you as well. Pink diamond is here. The rubellite. I told you about the cat's eye rubellite. We're going to see it with a mix of stones on the sides you've not witnessed before. So it's a wild night where you're going to see some unusual pieces, different. We're going to get you the opportunity to price some of your own opportunities as well, which is always exciting. And just for one more sapphire for the road here, kind of working our way up. In size, I've got a major Wisa right now. This is that 2 colors. So we talk about Padparadscha like we just had previously. This is obviously straight up yellow and it's stunning and it's $12.99. The Padparadscha is the round. This is where you're getting, and if you haven't owned one of these stones yet, let me advise, if you are at all into rare exotics, collectibles, you need to really consider a Wisa sapphire. And one of the most striking examples of a Wisa is right here. It really is. It's 1123-814. It basically is this elongated and very few stones by the way of the Wisas, and I introduced them to the world maybe about a year ago or so, and it was right here at TVON, of course. And this is where we brought our first ever to television. Wisa sapphires are something that actually, the Wisa is the name of the mine. It's in Tanzania. So I know we hear about Tanzania and we think about some of the rare spinels like mahenges. We think about tanzanites, of course, that pay homage to that source. But this is another rarity out of Tanzania because Tanzania is known to produce about 30 impressive stones. But this one is a carat 37. Very few of the Wisas we've ever had are going to be up and above 1 carat in size. This one is, and it's elongated. So it's that really special look where it actually, the more elongated they tend to be, the better off they tend to show the mix of colors. And this one being what we just saw, essentially, it's partially 3/4 of it is a yellow sapphire, and then your mix is really a blue. Where they actually meet up, it'll tend to be that yellow and blue mix, which turns to green a little bit. So it's almost like Mother Nature has put this great zoning together of two very different characteristic stones, because it's the actual chemical elements the actual elements in the ground that make a certain stone a different color, right? So this is where those elements came together. That zone material happened thanks to just kind of the miracle of Mother Nature. And then you get this really beautiful, almost like artscape that's happening in the stone. So it's really individual to you. I will tell you, most of the Wisas that we've had have been some combination of pinks and reds and purples and blues. They are very rarely into the greens and the yellows and the blues. And that's what this is. So as we have this bigger size and this elongated stone, then you see the yellow and the white diamonds surrounding it, which look lovely, don't they? You get 28 points in the yellow diamonds, and you also get another 74 points in the white diamonds that are basically doing the double halo and then that striped effect down the sides. There is only one. It should stay as is because it's got the yellow and the white gold to complement those diamonds. But it also, and this is where I think you gotta just watch as we maneuver it a little bit here so you can really see, that's what you're gonna witness when it's straight up to your eye, where you see about 75% of the stone is that bright yellow like we just saw. And then it goes into that blue, which looks green at certain points because the colors are mixing. So it is really fantastic. And that's why the natural complement is those yellow diamonds that are vibrant, just like the yellow sapphire portion is. So really, really rare. There's only been one area that's ever produced this kind of split, and we've got a markdown because it was, I'll just show you. This is a $79.99 piece. I'm really, again, a little bit nervous about presenting something this early in the show at $8,000 and expecting you to stay with us for Monday night markdowns, but hey, it's happening because they're not leaving it at $79.99. There is only one, keep that in mind, and we're gonna blow it out right now for you. Huge value, these Wisas. I've been doing some blowouts on them lately, I will admit, just because, again, they're just so rare, it's hard to garner a big understanding of what they are. And so we've really just had to just blow them out recently, even on the smaller sizes. Well, this one's not even gonna be close to $79.99. We have one, and it's gonna fly, and we'll try it on really quickly before we drop this price because this is obscenely low. I've had a number of the under 1 carat stones sell for more. So this is just a big moment here for our sapphire lovers. And again, it's all natural. All these stones from the Winds of Mine are. So they're also giving you, as a rule, unheated material. And then you see the clarity playing with the step faceting. It's just lighting up. And it's not even 4,000 or 3,000 or 2. We're going to blow it out right now for $19.99. It's 1 and 1 alone. And the mix of the yellow diamonds to me is what really just perfectly and literally frames it, and it's gone. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Let's also get to a quick pink diamond deal. Oh wait, I've got the zircon here. Speaking of, I thought this would be a fun little segue here because we went from our split colors of sapphire to now what is known as a bicolor zircon. It overall at first glance is going to look like a bright, you know what it looks like is Poir Eva, because it's got that real, you know, that household cleaning product that you use to clean your glass windows and then your kitchen counters, and it's, I know they've developed other colors through the years, but generally it's that one stark bright color, and it's very specific, it's very electric, it's very neon. That's always what we regard, believe it or not, as the ultimate high-level color in Poir Eva. Well, this is where you're getting that color, but in a zircon. Cambodian mine material, completely mined out, so there's no hope of getting any more. We know zircons come from a lot of different sources, but the thing is, each source tends to produce a different color. The blues were only out of Cambodia. They are beloved still by the residents of that nation because it's really one of their most proud resources, but again, it's no longer. So you got a chance to pick one up here tonight, and did you notice what's special about it is that it's giving that turquoisey color. Instead of being more blue, it's definitely leaning more turquoise, so it's almost like a, imagine you had a Poir Eva or a turquoise like we know of Sleeping Beauty, where you get that dazzling brightness instead of being opaque. Well, that's what zircon like this reminds me of. It's as if, I mean, I'm a turquoise lover, and you guys know that, and I think a lot of us are, but the only bad or drawback or downside to turquoise is it's not going to sparkle. Well, this is where you get the best of both worlds. 112-3007 is your number, and it also happens to be a 367. In that oval, you're getting all the brilliance and the double refraction that zircons give, and it's got the classic halo and diamonds. Yes? Did she? Oh, really? So even as a collector, she doesn't have one over a carat yet. Exactly. They're super rare. Well, I'm so glad you got it, Lynette. Thank you so much. I truly was in the back long before I saw Jess tonight, and I was thinking of her because I know she just adores collecting these Wisas, and I'm so happy she got it. It's a really cool stone, and I think you're going to love it even more in person. I really do. So thank you, Lynette. Enjoy it. And here we are with our bicolor as well, because you see there's that really bright turquoise top and bottom, but there's almost like this banded zone type of color where it gets a little bit lighter through the middle. You see that? So it's really cool the way this is done. It's a 367 at 73 points in diamonds, and it's going to be a one only because in all my years of doing this, and it's been many, let me tell you, I've never had a bicolor zircon until this very stone. Now, it's been on the air a couple of times. No mistake about it. But the reason it has stayed is not for lack of rarity, not for lack of beauty. I think it's because the price tag did start out at $69.99. I think that has everything to do with it. And so I think a lot of maybe folks couldn't justify the $7,000 price tag for a 367 because we're used to seeing zircons in their more traditional format, which is just one color. The fact that you've got that almost striped effect there happening makes it so interesting and so unique, and really is what gives it that attention that I think a lot of us want out of our gems, especially if you tend to have a little bit of a collection already, right? And you've got a collection that you're enjoying and that you love, and you're ready to get something that looks a little different than what you already have. Even if you had a blue zircon at home, if you're lucky enough to have one, keep it, hold on to it, cherish it. But you know what? This one's still going to give you a different element and a different look about it. And that's what I admire so much, is that little bit of that almost lighter, almost a golden color that's happening throughout. And then you get that more turquoisey punch of color instead of like an electric blue. So it's very, very striking. It's also going to be, well, how about this one? Way less than $2,000. So we go from 7 to 2. And then we drop it again. So we just went to $19.99 and we're not done. So when you see this on, here's that classic collectible kind of style that we love in a traditional halo, right? All bigger diamonds, almost 3/4 of a carat in total. But you look at that from a distance and I think you really see and admire, don't you? That just appreciation for that really cool way that it's still, look at that, got that golden through the middle there. It's specialty, it's different. Again, you can have a little bit of everything in your collection. You probably don't have this. Bicolor, we just saw the bicolor sapphire. Now we're getting into the zircon, and that flash and fire never quits. Double refraction is how it gets there. It's just beyond. And we're going to go ahead and blow it out for less than even $1,500. So at this point, even if you wanted the classic mounting, good way to go. Really, truly is. Because there's just nothing else quite like this when you're talking about a value that is this good. And how many of you are asking for zircons? I know I had someone yesterday and we couldn't get the request out in time for a blue zircon around 3.5 carats. And guess what? Here it is. It's here right now, only super rare, superstar, amazing, and it's going to be less than even $15 or $14 or even $13.99. So someone's stealing it tonight, and we love that. Legal theft is really what we should call this place. After all, I really believe that. This is all like legal theft. I mean, of fine jewelry. That's what it is. It's like break into the museum, take what you want, and leave, and nobody ever is the wiser. So here we go. It's $1,299 only. Let me know who's got it. That's going to be a 30-second one-and-done deal. And you can even change the gold on that one, too. So if you'd rather have the yellow or the rose, totally up to you to take advantage of that. We do have a pink diamond that's a 10-pointer, one of our most affordable single pink diamond solitaires we've had. And then, of course, lots and lots. And I know we have some Poir Eva collectors out there that want those different colors, not just the blue greens. Got a good one for you in that hot pink tonight. But $12.99, what a value. Can't say enough good things about that bicolor zircon when you just don't see anything quite like it. We also have a really interesting pair of earrings because we had a really special stone the other day in a ring. I want to say it was maybe a week ago tonight. We brought out the red citrine. Remember it? Looked like some kind of exotic red diamond or spessartite garnet. Well, today we get to see a match pair of earrings. That's unbelievable. We don't expect to see too many citrines in this red color. So if you were lucky enough to get that ring, or you were intrigued by this really, really rare way to do a November birthstone, we've got that for you as well. Plus our returning favorite that looks like a $70,000 pink diamond. Don't have $70,000 to spend on a ring? No problem. We can get you the look of or better for a teeny tiny microscopic price. So you're going to see all that coming up. And I'm getting really, really close to showing these to you because I think we're 5 minutes away, because honestly, I know on these Monday, listen, weeknights, beginning of the show, we don't get cooking until later. This is why this has to come up on the early side of the show, is simply because when you talk about a value like what I'm going to bring you, and how many of you have been asking, and if you're going to tune out going, don't tempt me with those pearls. I've seen the golden pearls for $99.99. I've seen the Tahitian pearls for $88.88. Don't even tempt me. That's why I'm letting you know right now, this strand of pearls is going to go just like that. So it really is specialty in every way. And these are, I don't know if you can already see, probably from home you can see the colors they have. There are rainbow pearlescent colors happening from each and every one of these stones, and that's from a distance away. So these are important pearls and perfectly round, and just a subtle graduation. You probably didn't even realize they're graduated, did you? From seeing them from this way far away, the back, which is right here where the clasp is, looks pretty much identical to the front there. It's just really, it's strategic, well done graduation of the sizes. So all that's happening. Are you guys ready for a little earring wheel though? Before we get to the pearls, which are, again, bottom of the hour, we'll get to them. That's only about 5 minutes away. Want to show you a really quick opportunity to get some earrings. So that one's still here if you'd like the $12.99 zircon, which I would not wait on. Now here's a little, I think, a fun little moment here for some potential gift giving perhaps. If you want to think ahead to, or maybe you're just already doing some post Mother's Day shopping for yourself, or you want to do a little bit of gift shopping. I love that idea. Not that you can't get these for yourself, you can, but the heart shape being such a beautiful way to give a gift in diamonds. And I'll tell you, nobody does diamonds like we do. You guys already know that. That's a big reason why so many of you are here. And then maybe you'll stick around and join us for the exotic color we bring you as well. But this is the classic stud, and we're going to blow all these out. So we're going to go straight up diamonds here. But you can see how when the words diamond studs are uttered in the retail world, it typically just means one stone in a basket, and that's it. We can do what would still qualify really as diamond studs, but in different styles. So what I'm adding here in the back, on the right-hand side of your screen, those are the love knots. That's a very traditional, beautiful, I was just looking at some gold versions that a friend of mine designed for a major network, and she, you know, put together some plain gold ones. They're in 14 karat gold, and they're about the size and no diamonds on them. And interestingly enough, they were very, very close to the price we're gonna do, and ours have a ton of diamond weight, 50 points on the love knot style. That's not it. The heart shape in the middle that we started with are 54 points in pave. And then we go all the way to the left. Probably the most traditional, and if you are looking for a straight up stud, this is the most similar, I would say, is this cluster design here that you have, where those diamonds go around a center stone, so it still gives you that really impressive look. Well, those are 71 points in the diamonds overall. So here's what we have. Pretty special wheel, right? Glistening, bright, brilliant, amazing stones. Well, they're all gonna go out very, very quickly here. And how? Because we're gonna blow them out, and we only got a few minutes to do this, so you can take as many as you want. The great news is too, if you are more of a, I'm dedicated to yellow or I'm dedicated to rose, you get that choice too. You get to choose your favorite gold color on any. We tend to show off our diamond quality by showing our diamond pieces, if they're straight up diamonds and nothing more. We tend to start with white gold so that you get a perspective really quickly on what the diamonds are like. We're not bringing you brown diamonds. We're not bringing you yellow diamonds. We're not bringing you diamonds with a lot of what's called body color, where you're getting a lot of low quality. You want white diamonds. When they're in white gold sitting on a white backdrop, trust me, if there was any yellow or brown to those stones, you would see it. It would be plain as day. What you've got here are stunning ways to go, but that doesn't mean you can't get the yellow or the rose. We offer those options, but here's what we have. One price tag on all three, meaning you choose, mix and match, get one of each if you love them, or think maybe one's perfect for that one daughter and maybe the granddaughter's gonna love that other style, whatever it is. But again, carat weights differ, but you've got at least 50 points or more. This is the 50 point total weight in the love knot. Here's the 54 point in the pave hearts, and this is the largest carat weight of all, 71 points on the clusters. And they're all in 14 karat white, yellow, or rose. They're not even $9.99. This is our blowout moment to take any one of the three or mix and match. Get a couple, all great for gifting. They're all classics, they're all favorites, but they've not gone below $8.88 until now, and we get to really have some fun. Now they're all post and butterfly backs. All the posts are centered, by the way, as well. Just what you would expect on designs like this. Now there's no real orientation to either the left or the right, but the heart shapes, if you wanted to lean them or angle them, you can. All possible by that centered post, but nothing up here's $8.88, nothing up here's $7.77. This is a big moment for our diamond lovers, that's for sure, and it's pretty rare these days to see something in all straight up diamonds and still bring you the value, but we are doing it right now, and it's not even gonna be $700 for a pair. This is a little bit crazy. It's crazy in a great way, and yet you're not even spending $700 to get any one of the three and think gifting, because it's all about Also, people say to me every day, I love your VS diamonds, but I really would love even more if I could share that VS diamond quality with the gals that I love and the people in my life and daughters, granddaughters, nieces, best friends, sisters, all of that, right? That's really what I think this earring wheel allows you to do, where whatever it is, these are timeless classics here. If they're a heart-shaped lover, this is one of the more inventive styles we've seen. They're all gonna be a much more dramatic size than what you typically get in a basic stud because they've got that overall design quality. It's not even $700. Let's make them $699 a pair while they last, and then we gotta go because we have a very, very cool Tahitian pearl deal coming up, and it's coming up next, and it's gonna be wild. And I keep telling you because I don't want you to miss it, because trust me, I hear this every single day. I get a lot of angry emails about people who miss out on pieces. I get it. We got one of a kinds, but I really know how many of you have been a little bit miffed that you couldn't get the $10,000 pearl necklaces we've had of late. I'm bringing you the deal tonight on Tahitians. Yes. Thank you. Heart shapes are amazing. And you know what I'm going to do is try them on really quickly here just so you can get a for instance, because I know a lot of you have seen these before and you know them well. I mean, these are like pieces we've had for many, many years at a time. But just in case you're new to this look, let's show the heart shape from distance on the hand here first. Again, this is the 54 points in diamond, so that's obviously, you see it's the biggest size up there in a stud, but that's going to be our 54 points. Item number 3850. The length, the measurement on them, about 3/8 of an inch from top to bottom, and then about the same side to side. I'll pop one up on the ear for you as well. Again, 54 points in diamonds. It's that bigger overall style. I think what always makes these cool is they're almost rimless. It doesn't have a big border of gold or a big bezel, and in this case, it's really, there's what they look like from distance. So you can really see how beautiful and sizable they are. So special look there. We'll go back on down to the wheel and show you the other two really quickly here so we can get you acquainted if you're not familiar. And again, some people might like the more bold nature of that heart shape. Maybe you're going for the biggest diamond weight. That's the 74 pointer, or 71 points rather. Here's what they look like from a distance here, just for a measurement. And again, this is the largest diamond weight. So it's interesting that it may not be the largest overall size here, but it is the largest diamond weight by far at 71 points. And there you see just a little over a 1/4 inch diameter on what's still going to be around. It still looks like a single stud. It is the one that I would say looks most like a single stud for sure, the way that is set in that cluster design. But there you can see what that one's going to look like there from a distance. So that would be the cluster, 71 points in diamonds, white, yellow, rose. And then we go back on up close and we'll do the love knots for you, which are symbolic because the way those are put together, it is that really timeless design we've seen in jewelry for a while. And it's going to be 50 points in diamonds. But again, to me, it's more about the sentimentality perhaps of what they mean, having this more woven style. So it's almost like you've got pave, yes, and it's still almost giving you that dynamic roundware there. You can see very similar diameter there. It's going to be about 3/8 of an inch, top to bottom, centered post. But then you've got the way that the pave is almost linked together. It looks almost like it's a woven style. So this is considered that love knot design that we see really throughout a lot of different cultures, different kinds of looks in jewelry, and that's what they look like from a distance away, just to give you an idea. Now you see, even from a distance, you notice that it is more about that almost like, again, you see that it looks like a different shape than just a round necessarily too. So we'll go back on down. Choose your favorite. We're very busy on the lines, but I'm going to keep on moving because I know we want those Tahitian pearls sooner rather than later. Promise those at the bottom of the hour, which were there. So here we go. Last call, $6.99 per pair, whichever one you want, or maybe you are a diamond stud earring lover, but you know that one may not suffice for every single occasion. Maybe you like to mix up that style a bit. This allows you to do that while still having really classics every single day. So beautiful, beautiful pieces, and doesn't get much more classic than that. But again, we've added our own little twist and touch to each one for you, and they will be $6.99. Okay, coming up, we're going to be ready for our Tahitian pearl strand. I wish we had more. That's why we're doing this early. I wish this was something I had a ton of. I wish I had a lot of quantity. Keep calling on the diamond earrings. We'll help you out with those, but this is 1123040. And we have been really kind of, again, going deluxe with our pearls of late, having truly $10,000 strands of pearls here. And granted, those were typically the golden pearls, but even our Tahitian pearl strands have been very, very high end. And we just finally said, you know what, we have got to go ahead and give you the opportunity of a lifetime. For anybody who said, I bowed out just because of the price tag, this is your chance to pick up a strand that is going to be a subtle graduation of the pearls. So in the very, very back, the smallest pearls are still 9 millimeters. They go all the way up to 12. Pretty much everything between here and here is going to be somewhere in that 11 or 11.5 millimeters. So the majority of what you have, still mega sizes in the pearls. one solid gold, yellow gold clasp on this one, which is so beautifully done. You could choose to actually wear it in the front or in the side of your neckline just because you want to show it off, or go the traditional route, wear it in the back. I mean, obviously with the graduation, it's subtle enough to where even if you did choose to wear the clasp and put it on full display, maybe off to the side or what have you, you still have the subtle graduation of the pearl, so it's not going to look like it's on backwards or on sideways. So you get this great look. It's going to be out number 3040, and it's a heck of a value. That's all I can say. It just really is. I mean, these kind of pearls, and when you see them from a little bit closer angle, you're going to notice that each one, not only are they natural black pearls, of course, which is what makes them super, super rare, obviously exotics, like the Goldens are. These are all natural. They're not dyed. So you have to be aware of that. There's a lot of pearls out there that might look like this that did not actually occur naturally out of that living organism like the mollusk, right? A lot of times they're dyed to get there, or there's other treatments and enhancements that are done out there. That is not what we're dealing with. We're dealing with the utmost high-end quality, and that really speaks to the colors you're getting as well. So what gives you that beautiful, almost like gunmetal color from a distance, when you see these from a little closer, like when you see them on the hand here, you're gonna see reds, purples, blues, greens, all these aubergine colors that make this so intriguing. Take a look, because this is high-end pearl for you. And I'm going to move those earrings aside because we're going to show them up close as well. But do you see the sheen they have? The purples, the greens, the blues, the aqua tones, all of that. And you see the scallop detail to the clasp enclosure. That's a 14 karat yellow gold clasp. It will have to stay in the yellow gold. So again, if even if you're not a yellow gold person, I just advise putting that in the back of the neckline, and probably no one's going to probably see that, so it won't clash with your other jewelry. But if you love yellow, great. It's ready to go that way. They're 18 inches in length, so really classic for the pearls. And again, all the way the very smallest pearls would be 9. Your largest pearls would be 12. And that would be right there. See that center pearl there that you can easily kind of spot? And that's what you want to look at too when you put them on for the day. You want to look at where that largest pearl is, because that's going to create your center of your necklace. And then they're just going to subtly, I'm showing you the whole thing unintentionally so you can see how subtle the graduation of size is. And they're absolutely stunning. They really are. Now, a couple different angles. Let's show them from a distance on the neckline, and then we're going to show them up close so you can see them there as well. But I wanted you to get yet another perspective on how gorgeous they're going to look from a distance away. And here it is. Always, again, that I always like to remind you that this is a lesser lit area. And I think you're really seeing how that's helping the pearls to look even better. You still see that gleam, that glare, that glow they have off the surface, almost like they're mirror finished, right? But you're really even seeing more of those natural colors now because this is a lesser lit area I'm standing in. So from a distance, still gonna show all those aubergine colors. That's the mark of a great pearl. They've been 8888 for a very similar strand. This is basically just a way to say, hey, welcome into Monday. Let's mark them down. Let's give you the value of a lifetime. Showing them up close here as well because that's what they look like. What do you think? There's that rainbow I'm talking about. That beautiful purple into green, obviously natural characteristics. There will be a few. You've got some 30 or 35 pearls. There are going to be natural characteristics. Remember, this is the intentional close-up that's going to show you inclusions in diamonds if there are any, right? So the idea is to show you every last detail. When they're on the neckline, all you see are the beautiful round pearls. They're not Baroque in their shape. They're not potato or oval shaped. You want round pearls. You want bigger sizes. You want gorgeous colors. But let me tell you, I've had Tahitian pearls in strands of late. They were more just that gray material, kind of that gray color. Nothing like this with those bright, bold, amazing, intense, almost rainbow-esque, right? You know what it looks like? It looks like that deeper aurora borealis, right? When you see, and that's really what pearl and pearlescence should be about, and that's exactly what you're getting here. They're not even 8888. We already had some callers, they dialed in, they said they're excited, and then they hung up because they saw 8888, panicked a little bit. That's what I don't want you to do. This is an incredible gift idea since there's no sizing needed. 18 inches will work for just about everybody. They work as well with an evening gown as they do with a suit. So no matter what your style is, I always say with the black pearls especially, I think the white pearls can also go that way, but they tend to be, to me, a little more conservative. I think that the really good black pearls can be really the most versatile of the pearl colors, perhaps, where you could see that with, you know, one of those really beautiful, you know, there's some really great designers that do a classic black moto jacket, you know, whether it's a little more dramatic with all the zippers and the asymmetrical hemline, or whether it's just really straightforward and classic. You know, you can spend a good $15,000, $16,000 on a good leather moto jacket. And if you were rocking that, this pearl strand could go with that, as well as it could with a strapless evening gown. But then you're going, okay, if I don't wear either of those, what am I going to do? Well, summertime linen suit works. White t-shirt and jeans works. Sundress at a resort in the Bahamas, sure, it works too. It just is versatility. And that's usually what we have to encourage when you're spending $8,888, is that think of how often you'll wear it. Well, that's still important, but it really is even more so important when you think about that you're hardly spending any money at all to get these. So that's really what's incredible. And when you break it down and think about what pearls like this should go for individually, and then you realize we put them all together here in this incredible strand, and you see the bright greens and the bright purples and all of that, that's impressive, but they're going to be our most affordable price tag we have on pearls. So again, nobody's on the phone lines because we had a couple you hang up because you're going, that's not a big deal, $88.88, but I'm not done. Monday night just getting started in my mind. So here's what we'll do instead of 8,000, 7,000, or 6,000. 5,000 or 4,000. Now, if we're breaking it down, I don't have the exact count, but there have got to be about 35 pearls here. There usually are in an 18-inch strand. 35, 40 pearls, right? Think about what those should, right now, if there's 40, they're $100 a piece. Well, that makes no sense because that would never happen. And then you've got the clasp, which is a good $400 clasp, and someone had to put them all together. That's really what's so incredible about this. And I'll just make sure, let's be fair. Let's show the bigger ones up front. And again, this is the close-up. This is designed to show you inside our diamonds internally. So if they are that clean and that round and that beautiful from Mother Nature, remember, you can't really, we help diamonds out. We help gemstones out. They come out of the ground in rough material, and then we give them a lot of help. We usually heat them, and then we facet them, and we polish them. Pearls just come out of the mollusk. Have you ever been to the pier? You know, where you go and they've got those little cute little kiosks and stands where you can go. I did this growing up a lot as a kid in the South Bay here in Los Angeles. I mean, that's where I grew up. And in Manhattan Beach, California, you know, right here south of Los Angeles. And I will tell you, that's what we used to do about once a month on a special occasion. We go to the pier and, you know, you go buy a mollusk and then you got to pry it open and hope that there was a little tiny seed pearl inside. Well, that's the thing. The natural pearl is the exciting part. It's luck of the draw whether you're going to get quality like this. Take another look against the hand here. Not even $4,000, not even $3,000. This is an entire strand. $29.99 normally would do it. We're going to make this a lot more affordable. Great gifting idea, and treat yourself because you know you're going to have them forever. Last time I checked, pearls haven't gone out of style yet. They're kind of like diamonds. There's no real moment or era for pearls. They're always in vogue. They're especially in vogue when they're this higher in style and the more exotic color. And maybe that's what's fresh about them, is maybe you had the first piece of fine jewelry I ever got was a white strand of pearls, little cultured pearls, 6 millimeter, 5 millimeters, you know, have it still to this day. But this is the upgrade. This is the rarity. And it's not even $2,500 to get yourself a strand. I've been in this business a long time. Just when you think you've seen it all, I'll come in every single day and something will wow me. And something will wow me, and I'm in hopes that it's going to wow you too, because whether you spend every single waking day around fine jewelry like I do or not, this is the value that really should be that eyebrow-raising, head-turning, oh my gosh, what is TVON doing today deal? And it's not even $24.99. So it's our most affordable strand of pearls. They couldn't do white pearls for this price. And my goodness, these are hundreds and hundreds of times more rare. And it's not even 24, 23, or 22. Come on in, because this is it. When they go, they go. Beautiful sizes. Again, 12 is your, most are going to be 12 to 11.5 millimeters through the body of the necklace. It's only the very smallest ones in the back that get down to 9. But you see there, if I put them even side by side, it's really hard to tell the difference in that diameter. And it's not 21 or 2,099. You've waited on these. You've been patient with us to bring you values on pearls. A lot of you have said, nope, can't do $10,000. Here they are again up close. I've never seen such aubergine pearls in my life. And the fact is, they're under $2,000 for the entire strand. It's $1,999 to get you a Tahitian pearl strand. It is amazing. And again, when you're thinking about breaking it down, sometimes you just have to do the logical math. Instead of looking at the overall price tag slapped on a graphic and looking at what you get, think about what it creates and what it actually costs to create something like this, to make something like this, to make this actually come to fruition the way it did. What is that? Is there any way you could do this yourself? I mean, that's always how I look at a lot of things is, could I make that? I'm in the business, I'm connected. Could I make that for $19.99? I will tell you legitimately the answer is a big old no. So huge value. Let's see who's got it, $19.99. I just really want to make sure that you know that is one of those striking moments where if you're calling me tomorrow and saying, well, tomorrow we're not here with a show, but if you call tomorrow and say, hey, any other strands for $19.99? The answer is going to be, again, no. We just have this for our big Monday night markdown show. That moment where, again, those of you that have been asking for more affordable pearls, it's here, it's now, it's tonight, it's one only, and when it's gone, it's gone. So huge value there. And again, if there are, let's say there's, 40 stones there, 35 stones there, that's like $50 a pearl. It's amazing. And then you get that solid gold and that fluted style to that clasp and closure, which is so pretty as well. So that's going to be it, $19.99. Can't get over that. Yellow gold only on the clasp, 18 inches only on the length. That's got to work, but hopefully, and that usually does for just about everybody. So major value there, and that just kind of kicks off our Monday night in a way, right? Really showing you what we're going to do. No other pearl strands, of course. I've got a couple pearl rings later on that are, I will tell you, individual pearls that are 14 millimeters. I mean, this is an interesting comp here because I'm a little shocked this is still available. I know it's Monday night and there's a lot going on, but look, this is a individual white pearl. White pearls, we all know, are not as exotic as the Tahitians. We know that. That's just basic, kind of common knowledge, really. This has practically, it has very little diamond weight. It has the same gold I would qualify as in that clasp. Just for reference, this is a $6,000 ring that I'm holding up with one 14 millimeter pearl. That's a $6,000 ring. So, we've got a $6,000 ring. I'm going to struggle to sell that later, I'll tell you, because if I'm struggling to sell that strand for $19.99, there's no hope for that single pearl going at $6,000. I can tell you that. That's just logical. You don't need to know anything about jewelry. Just know that's logical. And those pearls are, first of all, one is reflecting to another. Do you see that when they actually when they pile and they overlap? You see how the strand, I mean, it always reminds me, see, I'm a pirate girl. I like pirates and always have since I was a young child. And I think about those treasure chests where there's just gems and pearls overflowing out of the treasure chest. That's why I know that may not look organized, but I dig it because it just reminds me of that. And that beautiful look, the way that when you see them overlap as they do, one pearl is reflecting in the surface of the other pearls. If that doesn't tell you how good those pearls are not usually mirror finished, right? This is the mollusk that we credit for this. The black-lipped oyster is the only oyster that can make a Tahitian black pearl. That is exactly what you have here. Not dyed, not treated, not enhanced. They are what they are. They just happen to be some of the most powerful colors you'll ever see. So let's take another look at it. Why they're here, I have no idea, but maybe 60 seconds will help. That'll be that. Yellow gold clasp and closure. And your chance to pick it up in 60 seconds, or we'll see if it even lasts that long. It may not. We'll find out. I'd be very, very surprised if that lasts another 60 seconds here. But hopefully you're picking up the phone, and if it just was a stunning, stunning value and you're not exactly sure what's going on, welcome to Monday nights. That's what we do. So congratulations if you get them. Final 50 seconds, and then let me know what we can show you. I'd love to have your requests here. We've got quite a few great values still available, like that yellow sapphire, the Padparadscha, all of the above. And then, of course, we've got some of those really special earrings because we had a few pairs of those diamond earrings to go around, which was exciting. And then a brand new Bicolor is coming up, which I'm looking forward to. And then in diamonds, if you are a diamond lover, not only do we have the earring set that I showed you in the blowout on the wheel, but we have that cross necklace, and we also have a really, really fabulous diamond earring stud and its bezel set. So those are coming up as well a little bit later. So stick around. We're going to have quite the show here. Hope you can stay with us for our big Monday and let us know also what you'd like to see out of the vault. What can we mark down for you here tonight? We want to know. So here we are. Last chance, last call. Somebody keep me updated there if those are gone or not, but I think they should be when you've got that kind of color. And again, are you tired of seeing the more grayish kind of blah? I mean, that really is maybe not fair to the pearls because they're rare too, but look at those colors. To see purples and greens at that level is rare. Yes? The origin? The Sweet Home Mine? Yeah, Sweet Home Mine in Colorado. And I can flash it for you too because we have one Rhodochrosite. They are a keen listener. I mentioned we had a Rhodochrosite here. Let me just flash it for you. Our Rhodochrosite is from the Sweet Home Mine, which actually is here in the U.S. Colorado is, and we'll show it to you. We'll show you because it's a just gigantic stone. Well, this is a little bit of a surprise. Rhodochrosite is one of the rarest stones I can ever show you, and over the years have not had many. I think I could probably count on one hand the number of actual rhodochrosites of gem quality that I've had. I've sold many specimens in loose gemstone shows back in the day, but this is gem quality. Not only that, this is one of those stones that's considered massive in 10-point sizes, much like, it's like a diamond, especially like a fancy color diamond. If you get a 10-point size, usually that's considered large. 10, 20, 30 points, those are all considered really, really jumbo sizes of rhodochrosite. This stone is almost 2 carats. 2 carats, 198. I gotta believe that's the largest rhodochrosite, again, of gem quality. It's one thing if you get that just, you know, rock, right? A little bit of that sample host rock, and it's just in rough form. That's one thing, and by the way, that's still very collectible. It's a different deal when you have a 1 carat 98 set in 18 karat gold. You know, we had to upgrade the gold because it's just that rare of a gem. Also has 50 points in diamonds to go around it. Now, I always like to point out with these more rare exotics, this is one you want to be a little more delicate about. You're probably not, if you're just going to go, you know, run around for the day, and maybe you're going to be super active and you're going to go grocery shopping and you're going to be, you know, supermarket sweeping it and like taking things off. Maybe that's not the day you wear rhodochrosite. It's more like special occasion evening out. You're going to dinner, it's safe, right? Attending a wedding, great. Special occasion when you're not going to be doing anything manual labor, taxing with your hands. You're just going to wear your jewelry and maybe be really, really proud and feel like a princess that day. That's what it's best for because it's just a little softer of a mineral. So that said, most rare gems and exotics are, and that's why we're just a little more delicate with them when we wear them. But that doesn't mean you're not wearing it. It means you should, and it means it's lovely, and yet it's got this glow about it. But I still can't get over this fact that 3109 is a 198. It is. But it's also going to be a great value. See, I was fully expecting to see 6 figures on this price tag. I'm a bit surprised it's not. It does have that 50-point diamond weight. There's actually a couple of princess cuts. We'll show them to you. And here's what we've got. 1 caller, 1 price tag. Don't even think they needed to see it. They were just curious. What is it? Where'd it come from? What's the deal? Here's how it's finished. Sorari is the designer. They did the mounting. We supplied the stone. Look at that gorgeous gem. They are, and you've probably seen how pricey their pieces get elsewhere. Take a look at the diamonds wrapping around the sides here. Very vintage in its feel, but not, again, used jewelry. Just vintage in the feel, the design, the aesthetic. It's 50 points. There's those big princess cuts. There's 1 on each side bezel set. The rest of the round brilliant diamonds. Let's take a look at it because when it's on the hand, it really gets to glow. And it's completely finished. And truth be told, when I get this out of the light here, when I look at my monitor, I see a decidedly hot pink color. When I get it out of the light a bit, it's a little bit more almost like you'll see a little bit of a golden, almost like a Padparadscha element to it. It's very special, extremely rare. And it's solid 18K, and that's a lot of that because you can see the powerful size of that ring, yet easy to wear. Look, it doesn't sit up too high. They purposely set it into that design, more low profile to try and give you some, you know, wearability and protection to that stone, and it's going to be a heck of a value. I was fully expecting to see like $250,000, and the fact it's not makes it a winner of a deal already. But we know, you know, you tune in to see the $250,000 pieces, but never have to pay $250,000. That's the difference here. When you're shopping here, doesn't matter how museum it is. We make it affordable, and that's our thing. Yes? Can you flash this so you can flash the strand against the hand? Yeah, I can. Absolutely. Is that one gone yet or not? Okay, so we'll flash the Tahitian pearl strand again. And then we've got this one here going out for less than $250,000. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's not. Please look at rhodochrosites elsewhere. The Sweet Home is the mine. It's, again, very, very specialty. This is about as top gem quality as you get. The fact is they're usually very, very hazy. They are typically more on the opaque side of gems, don't usually have a lot of color or glow or brilliance to them. I wouldn't necessarily call this brilliance. It's almost like what, think of what emeralds do. Emeralds, even in their top finest quality, they give you more of an ethereal glow more than they do like a boom, boom, flash firework effect, right? That's what this stone does. Take a look at it. We'll try it on again for you. It's not even $25,000. Could be considered $250,000, and then $25,000 would be your tax on that. We're actually taking it below $25,000, below 20, below what? Below $15,000. Oh, forget about it. It's Monday night, markdowns. I run with it. I take that very literally, and I don't just mean like, let's save you $100, $200. I'm talking severe discounts like this one under $10,000 and not $99.99. I am not done. We're going to take it much lower than that. Again, look at all of the finishing. Why I always have that upside down, I don't know. But again, that's the insignia from the designer that designed it. They like to put their big old initial in the middle. But look at the details and the way that is done so that it just sits beautifully, comfortably, and glides onto the hand. Here it is on the hand one more time so you see the size perspective, because a carat 98. Wild. Again, expect a little more goldeny pink glow when you see it in person. It just tends to glow and fluoresce and be neon a bit from in these lights. But you know what? Not even 88, 88. Let's keep going. 77, 77. Nah. Let's take it even lower for one collector. And I know it's been ages since we've seen this rhodochrosite, even in teeny tiny little specks of material. And that's rare. And that's special. I'm making this $69.99 first caller. $69.99, all in 18K. It stays in the white gold, of course, but that is one major value, and first collector gets it. And there will be several on the heels of that one, no doubt about it. We'll flash the Tahitians after this. I'm going to give this one a close-up look one more time. I mean, really, how stunning is that glow? I just can't believe we're in the presence of a 2-carat rhodochrosite. That is really special. And then here's a flash of those pearl strands, just the one strand there, just checking it out one more time. I hope it's gone, but look at that beautiful strand on the hand. And then we can show it again on the neckline for you as well for an even better size perspective from a distance. But again, all those pearls there at the base, this is the 12 and 11.5 and really 11 millimeters for most of the way. Your smallest stones, which I use that term loosely because those are not small pearls, but those are 9 millimeters in the back. So 9 to 12 is your range on that strand. So 9 to 12, yellow gold closure on that only. Here they, this is what they look like again from a distance, and there are those graphics if you missed it earlier. And it's $1,999. So, oh, it's gone. Oh, well then never mind, thank you. So just wanted to show that one more time by request. Let's go back to our rhodochrosite, which is also here if you'd like it. And then we've got Indicolite coming up. So Indicolite is on the way, and we will show it to you now because it's a one only, and we know how limited these are. But it's brand new. 112-4100 is the item number. Thank you to whoever requested that because I don't get to show those often. So very nice of you to say, sounds intriguing, show it to me. But here is our tourmaline. It really, for my money, it's more of a teal tourmaline. It's got blues, but it's got greens as well. So I'm going to call it a teal, but none more special than this for clarity, elongation of that cut. It's a carat 75, so it's giving a great size to it. And this would be 4100 new tonight, carat 75 teal. It's got a lot of these beautiful flashy brights. See, what I prioritize in my tourmalines like this is I want the saturation to be right. This diamond weight is big, it's 105. It's a take on the signature style, but it was all custom made for this very stone because you check it, you see right there, it's got that elongation effect. But it also is, so carat 05 is the diamond weight, goes side to side there from, you know, when it's on the hand, all you're gonna see are diamonds. What I prioritize though with tourmalines, especially in these blues and greens or combinations thereof, I don't want it to get too dark. And that's where they fail. That's usually where they fail. They just get too dark too fast, and then suddenly you miss out on any blues and greens. And that's not what you're looking for. What you want is bright open color like this. Now, combine that with this kabuki cutting, which means elongated, where it's at least double the length as it is wide. This certainly is far more. So you get that more specialty cutting in the kabuki cutting, which is always just exciting and different. It just looks different than what you typically see, but you also get that beautiful way as a result. And when you see this on the hand, you're gonna watch that there's just this beautiful, almost like water-like effect that's happening through the stone. It looks dynamic. There's movement to it internally, and I'll show that to you now. And yeah, this is finished as well on the inside. You can also choose your gold color, but that is what I'm talking about. There's that effect that I'm speaking to where you get that just ripple of brighter light all the way through the length of the stone from top to bottom, from the more narrow aspect to the base and all the way through. Here's what it looks like up close. It's not even going to be that $49.99 brand new price because it's Monday night, so it doesn't matter. Brand new, still mark it down. There's the inside. I like to leave it here for a touch with tourmalines just because this is normally where you'd say, oh, okay, there I see an inclusion. Nope, you don't. It is as clean as it looks. And we're not hiding inclusions with faceting. It is clean through and through, which is what's making this type 3, this particular type 3 stone, so remarkable. And it's not even $49.99 either. So let's get it out the door real quick. We'll make it $1,999 instead for my teal tourmaline lovers. And there's really not another stone out there that gives you quite that color. I mean, think about it. It's not an olive green. It's not a neon lime green. It's not like peridot. It's not like emerald. It really doesn't look like anything else, including its sister stone like Poir Eva. It's still different. It's not that blue green that Poir Eva gives us. That's more of that neon blue green. This is really just a sophisticated, pretty, but again, you get the clarity working with it. So $19.99 on that one. We got a pink diamond coming up to finish off our hour here and bring in, something very important for our top of the hour, so don't go anywhere. Got a very special moment for our top of the hour, and I'm so excited about the brand new Kunzite we're going to show you tonight as well. This one's only $19.99. Do you have it? We'll find out. And the top of the hour is almost here. So glad you're with us on a Monday. Thanks for being here, and happy belated Mother's Day if we missed you yesterday. Nice to have you with us today. I hope you had a lovely weekend. And we're going to get right to it. Don't forget about that Rhodochrosite. Still here if you want it. One of the few pieces left from our first hour. Let's just finish it up. Pink diamond here, and then we'll make sure you get a great look at our top of the hour. This one's going to go and fast. Saturation. We just talked about where saturation usually goes a little overboard on tourmalines. Pink diamonds, it's the exact opposite problem. Usually they are not saturated enough. This stone fights back and says, not me, I'm good. It's item number 1123-143, and that is our 10-point cushion cut pink diamond. In the middle, added pink diamonds around it, 13 extra points of pink diamonds, as a matter of fact, 41 points in the white diamonds, so a grand total overall. We're going to get you that 64 points overall, but isn't that just wearable, classic? I always think about if you wanted to introduce somebody to the world of pink diamonds or just rare stones in general, but they're not looking for a huge piece of jewelry. They want something a little more tailored, a little more simple, a little more everyday wearable. Isn't that design perfect for that? Welcome to the show, by the way. If you are just tuning in, glad you're with us tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of it. It's Big Monday night. We're live as always. We're in Los Angeles. Happy to have you wherever you may be. Bring a little bit of this glamorous jewelry to you. And the best part of all, Monday night means markdowns. The second you see Monday night on your calendar, you got to remember TVON, markdowns at Monday night. That's what we're doing. Take a look at this. This is the pink diamond. Single solitary 10-pointer on its own in the sides, but so easy to wear, as you're going to see. Stays as is in the 14-karat rose and white gold. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Take a look at that. So again, not small. It's not a microscopic ring here. It starts with a 10-point diamond. That's incredibly important in the world of natural colors of diamond like this is. Then you've got additional pink diamonds on the side, white diamonds around that. Huge value. It's not even $49.99 any longer. Oh, when was the last time we had a new pink diamond come in inventory? It's been years, literally years, since we had a new pink or yellow at this point come in. So it's not going to be the easiest stone in the world. It's never been easy to get. It's only getting more difficult, but can we also just point out that that's leaning more towards the purple side of pinks than the pink side of pinks? That just means extra saturated. Even the side diamonds, those 13 points of pink side diamonds, those are extremely saturated as well, aren't they? So you're getting it, getting the good stuff here. And it's not even close to $49.99. We're just going to do a switcheroo here and swap it out and go $1,499 instead. Then our official top of the hour comes out to play. And I cannot wait to show you what it is tonight because, well, it's going to be very exciting. And it's an actual returning favorite piece that I cannot say enough about because still not everybody's going to have this ring. Not everyone's going to own this ring, but it is just still one of the most powerful values we've ever had here on this show. And I still don't know why when I ask for it to come back, I don't know why they're even saying yes, but maybe I'm somewhat persuasive. Oh, and by the way, we also have a Asher cut. Oh, I am digging that. Is there anything better? See, the Ashers, when they're done right like this, it looks like a stop sign in the middle, where you see color just like a Hall of Mirrors effect. That saturation level on Kunzite, everything. $14.99 on the pink diamond. Let's see who's got it. Verifying on that one only. I had so many one onlys tonight. Just make sure you call on the early side because it's going to be all going. But let's talk top of the hour. So it's officially arrived, of course, but it's all about this value. This value, this is just still gets me a little bit excited. You think, you know, you do that every day and you talk about fine jewelry every day, no matter how beautiful it is, it's just got to become like old Pat, right? I see values like this, I'm stunned. I have to remind myself that we're in 2024. I have to remind myself where gold's at. I got to remind myself what basic little commercial grade diamonds go for in the rest of the world. And I look at a value like this and I'm just astounded. And having been here nearly 8 years, you'd think nothing surprises me. We're all about values, but this is one of our best. So if, on a long shot, if you don't own this ring yet, it's back tonight. It will officially be the last time we ever see this ring. I cannot continue to lose money at this rapid rate on this design. It looks like, remember I told you at the beginning of the show we had what looks like our $70,000 pink diamond ring? There is a $70,000 pink diamond ring here. I can show it to you at any time. It's still here. We can show it, we can bring it out, but it's eye candy. It's eye candy. It's one of those, oh, maybe someday pieces, right? This is that look of, I think it looks better. And that's because the saturation of the stone in the middle is even stronger. It's not a pink diamond. You just saw one. I am going to remind you, though, we just had a 10-point pink diamond that also was $14.99. This is a bridge mounting that's going to give you alone in just the bridge, a carat 11 of pink and white diamonds together, creating the bridge mounting, setting what looks like the world's finest pink diamond in the middle, but it's not. It's still a rare stone. It's still exotic. It's a morganite that is true pink color. So most morganites are just a light peachy, barely their blush color. This is a true pink. So it stands out as if it is a top quality, multi-million-dollar pink diamond in a retail store. Instead, we have dressed it up with the pink diamonds, the white diamonds, the heavy gold weight of a bridge. Sadly, this one is going to be a teeny tiny size right now. I don't know why they did that, but anyway, you're going to see, I just remind you, because wait till you see the scale of this ring when you see it on the hand. It looks seriously like our big time $70,000 pink diamond ring that will probably be here forever and ever. That's because it's $70,000. I actually prefer this look even more so because the ring's a little bit larger. It's got more diamond weight around it, all those things. It's item number 1122832. And I say all that because there's a lot of us who say, I don't know if I'm going to get into the pink diamond world for a couple of reasons. A, their expense. B, it usually is about the fact that they're not all that large and they're not going to give all that dynamic of a color. Let me introduce you to what is diamond pink morganite. The pink beryl that is exotic, that is a designer favorite, that is still rare. You don't just find it in any jewelry store you walk into. And that's what's in the center. We purposely wanted this to look like our $70,000 pink diamond ring that has an additional 36 points in. Yes, those are still natural pinks around your morganite. We did that so you could see how they match. So again, you don't need to listen to me say, hey, look, it looks like a pink diamond. It's actually sitting next to a pink diamond and you can see their strong resemblance, right? And you're getting also 36 points there in the pink diamonds, but also another 75 points in the white diamonds. So all together, your diamond weight and your bridge mounting, and yes, it is a bridge. We're going to show that to you from the side here. Watch how those pink diamonds go through the middle and all the way through. They go underneath that triple halo. And you have a total weight of a carat 11, just in diamonds. Without your 35-point center stone there, stays as is, very limited. It's back only by, quite frankly, your customer demand. You're asking about it. There's a lot of you that own it already and love it so much, and love not only the ring, but love the value we put together for you, that you've come back looking to hope to get one for somebody you know, somebody you care for, another jewelry lover in your circle that really wants to have that value. This is so it. The value is incredible. Remember, we just had the pink diamond ring, not nearly as much diamond weight. That was overall 64 points. This is a carat 11, just in diamonds. Then you have rare diamond pink color in your morganite. That's in the center of the bridge. Triple halo. Most of our bridge mountings have 2. This one has 3. So you're getting all of that. And it's not even the price that we just did on the 10-point pink diamond that had 64 points overall. So think about this. We got double the diamond weight here, just about. And you're getting morganite. And it's not $14.99. It's a little refresher of where that pink diamond ring just went. And it did go. $14.99. This ring, greater diamond weight, by far, morganite in the middle, far more gold because it is the same concept of the rose and the white gold together, stays as is, but you've got more of it because you're supporting more overall size, more halos, more rows on the side. I mean, when you look at that, there are 3 separate rows of diamonds on the sides of this ring building up to that triple halo, and then it's under $14.99. This is what gets a little crazy about what we do, and come on in because there's a reason we do certain pieces when we do them. Top of the hour, the headliner piece, the must-see, the what's going to capture your attention on a Monday night and show you we mean business on discounting. That's what this is. And I know some of you have it because I've shown it maybe 2 times before, but for those of you that don't or have never seen it or missed that couple of moments, here is your moment to get it, and it's not even $1,499. And again, forgive me, this is about it's close, but it's about a half a size too small for me, so I'm just going to put it on my pinky for you, which is not where I would wear it for the record. Let us size it to whatever you wear here or here or here, because that's really where a ring this size is appropriate to sit on the hand. But it's not going to be $14.99. Come on in. That's what the price was on 64 points in pink and white just now. Does that not give you the flash of a pink diamond? Sure does. Does it not give you the color? Is that just a washed out lighter brown color morganite? No, it is not. It's a true pure diamond pink color. It's not $14.99 or $13.99 or $12.99. If you ever wanted to experience a bridge mounting, I know they tend to be quite pricey and expensive, and that's because of all the gold and diamonds they incorporate. This is your most affordable way to experience a bridge mounting of all that we do, and we have probably about 83 different versions of bridge mountings here. We have a lot of bridge mountings. And you know what? This isn't even $12.99, $11.99, $10.99. Our lines are about to get busy. I don't have enough stones to go around for everybody who's going to want one. That is the problem. That is the caveat to this presentation, so you want to dial early, because when they're gone, and it's our last time getting to present it to you, and there is a reason. Think about it. It is stacks and stacks and stacks of diamonds. Just your pink diamond weight. I think a lot of us look at that and go, oh, great, it's over 1/3 of a carat. That's just the pink diamonds. That's the natural fancy pink diamonds you have. Then you get a 3/4 carat white diamond weight on top of that, and the pièce de résistance is in the middle. That's the morganite. You get a 35-point pink morganite. That's the collection grade. That's the pink diamond color of this pink beryl. It's not the light washed out material that's more brown like we typically see. It's also not $10.99. Take a look at it. We've only got a couple, so this is going to be crunch time, and we're going to blow it out right now. It's only $9.99. So there it is. That is just you're talking about gold on top of gold on top of gold, literally building that bridge. What does a little gold band? I was at a store the other day, and that was about, gosh, it was a week ago now, and walked into a store and looked at a gold band because it's the best way to really get a handle on where gold's at. And a plain 2mm gold band with no diamonds is over $4,000. This is where you get an enormous amount of gold, diamonds, and a morganite, best grade and quality out there, and it's $9.99. That's a big value. We'll give it 60 seconds, then we are going to move along. Let me know what requests you have tonight. We'll help you out. Got a lot of pieces to get to. I am going to take the turquoise that has a story to it, because it's been sitting here for about 3 months on my shows, and I have yet to show it to you, and we are about to. So get ready for a turquoise in a bridge. We do have a really special Poir Eva. Again, I mentioned we're going to bring you the smaller scale size saddle ring. Look at that Poir Eva. What is happening right there? That's incredibly important. That stone is almost as important as the one we had yesterday. It's only a few points shy of what I had for you yesterday. And yet it's a whole lot less money. So we're going to see that too. And anything else, guys, what would you like to see? Bring requests in. We'll help you out. We'll help you on a Monday night. Get whatever it is you might desire or be looking for. But we are still waiting for that one to get home, and I hope it does, because that's a very, very, very important ring for $999. And we still got it. So it's a major moment for any of our morganite lovers, pink diamond lovers. If you are a fan of the bridge mounting, or maybe you just have never had the resources to try it, I think this really is that moment where we're really opening that door up to you, because it's an important mounting. It's a really tough one to create. It's a complicated one to do. And imagine if you had your own, setup where you could, build your own jewelry. Think of what this creates and how complex this is to create and make when you've got layers and layers and rows of gold and diamonds that are stacked, and then you've got that not one, not two, but triple halo there. And we're giving you, again, a carat 11 total weight in diamonds there, pink and white together. Amazing. So that'll be $9.99. It's hanging out if you'd like it. And then we'll get into turquoise. I just think that Poir Eva, one of our very, very best. For a 90, that's a 91 point Poir Eva that I flashed for you that is coming up in this show. So make sure you stay with us for that. Requests are welcome. The Kunzite's coming up. We got to show it to you. The one thing that seems to be overtaking, it tends to be there's like waves of cyclical popularity in jewelry here, and everybody jumps on the bandwagon and then it's gone. And Kunzite is having that moment. And there's something about, I think it's that discovery of, if you are familiar with this stone, you've seen it elsewhere. Sure you have. I'm sure you've seen it on television and you've seen it in stores, and maybe even just seen photographs where it just looks like a barely there. Have you ever seen Rose de France? It's a type of amethyst. It's a euphemism for basically low quality amethyst is what it is, where it's a very light pink color. That's what most Kunzite looks like. It's a very washed out, pale, just a hint of pink. I'm going to show you what our Kunzite looks like, and I know some of you already know, which is why you love it. Others might be introduced to it for the very first time right now, but you combine this saturation level with an Asher cut, and this is what happens. And there it is, the Afghan material of our dreams, all here for you at an incredible moment here. It's a big one too, so I know we got to make it really affordable because it's Monday night, and so here's what we're going to do. And my earring keeps falling off, so I don't know what's going on. My own earring won't even stay on tonight, so that's what you keep hearing crashing. It's just my own earring. Don't panic. But here we go. This is going to be our 1124122, and it is a stunning 8 karat 82 on this fabulous Kunzite Asher cutting. Loving seeing the Asher cut, of course, because that is always specialty. We enjoy that. But you also have another bridge. This is just, again, another variety of bridge where we put the 86 points and diamonds underneath it. But how about that? Getting to appreciate so many different looks and angles, and the depth of your Asher cut, the way that's set the way it is, looks spectacular, doesn't it? And it's always so beautifully done where it's hard to even tell. It tends to do that optical illusion at times where you can't really tell, is it 3 or is it 4 diamond rows underneath it? That's because they're just so completely seamlessly set. It looks amazing because it is amazing. And it's got a big old value to it because I better make it a value. If I don't, you guys are going to sit there and go, unimpressed, not impressed, wow me. You tuned in to be wowed tonight, right? You want something that you haven't seen before. Well, here it is, brand new right now. So all I can say is, come on in on the early side. I'm going to leave it up to you guys, because all I'm looking at right now is a $59.99 price tag, which I'm not going to get tonight. It's really that simple. So what I'm going to do is this. We're going to send this out the door. And I know there's a lot of you that love our Kunzites, but then immediately see them go, oh, the big sizes, they get pricey. Yes, they do, because they're exotic and they're rare and they're special and they're all those things. You're getting into one of the most incredibly breathtaking colors. Notice how the color is not on the outer edges. Even our best Afghan Kunzites, when they're emerald cuts or Asher cuts, what they usually do is that border around the edge is really saturated, and then it's going to get slightly lighter in saturation as you get towards the center. Notice with this stone, watch what happens. Let's just look at this whole stone here if we can. Look how beautiful, and I'm going to zoom back a little bit because I just want to angle it up to your eye level so you can see right through the center of the stone. Welcome into Monday night. Hey, how's everyone doing? Tell me what you did for Mother's Day. I'd love to hear from you and what you do and how'd you celebrate and how'd you get spoiled. I hope you did. And if you are waiting for just what I always tell you, you don't need to be George Frederick Kunz to know the difference between a good Kunzite and a bad one. You don't need to have a huge experience and long tenure at the GIA. George Frederick Kunz is where the stone is named for, obviously. That's his last name. And then, of course, they ended the ite to really honor him with this really rare pink spodumene. And, of course, one of the modern day and best known gemologists ever in the history of our industry. And yet, look at the colors here. I don't think even George Frederick himself wouldn't have expected to ever see this Afghan material. The saturations, the pop, what should be a light bare leather pink instead is electric blues. It's neon purples. It looks like a stone that's backlit with a black light, right? Because it's just got that neon pop. So this is what we're going to do. Taking the $59.99 piece there, you can see, I love seeing so much of the stone through the sides. I'm going to put it on the auction block, and we're going to start at, you know what, start at $4,500 instead. Start at 45. It's one of our bigger stones. I'm going to try it on real quick. It sits like a wide band ring at first. That's the body and base of the ring, the foundation of it. And then all you have elevated is that center stone. That's what's elevated up and over this wider band that you're seeing there. It looks incredible because it is. And to still allow it to be set up higher like this, and yet still get as much saturation when you're blasting light through it, that's impressive. 45, no. 4,000, no. 35, I don't think so. It's not going to work tonight. You're here for the values. You're here to be wowed. We're going to do exactly that. And here's what I've got for you. A $3,000 open instead on our 882. Perfectly symmetrical, because why? An Asher cut is that squared off setting. If you love an emerald cut, I've never met anyone yet who loves an emerald cut that doesn't love an Asher cut or vice versa. This is the way to go. You know what? Skip it. Let's go $2,500 to start. 25. 25 and we'll do the deal. And I'm going to come in a little bit closer because I just wanted to be able to angle that up to your eye level. Instead, come in close. Look at that. 25. We're going to give it 60 seconds. Who are the hoops for? Miss S wants to see some diamond hoops from yesterday. We're going to show them. Now tell me, she hasn't seen these before? This is our iconic 2 carat 35 diamond hoop coming up. We'll bring them to you. We'll bring you a little something from our little Mother's Day Sunday special. To $2,500, there are the hoops. The 2 carat 35s are coming. They are the oval hoop earring. That's the inside out style we love. If you'd like this, forget about 25. This is where there have been a lot of people asking and demanding and hoping for more Kunzite of late. What if we do 24, 23, or 22, or 21? Better yet, make it $2,000 instead before we show our hoops. I'd rather see this one go out the door first before we actually get into our 2 carat 35s, and then that one's done. So then we just say, okay, you scored the deal. $2,000 to get this one started, if you'd like. Now, obviously, do we have the open? I think we had it at 25, and I just wasn't patient enough. We've got the open at $2,000. Now, as far as increments are concerned, I know it should be $100. We're not going to do that either. How about 10? $10. $10. That's it. $10 to get it started. Well, rather, to get it keeping going, because we've already got the open. Who's at $2,000? Thank you, Elizabeth. We've got Elizabeth from, I'm going to get real nosy and ask where she's calling from. Just what state? Only shopper on the line so far. Only bidder. Oh, good. Elizabeth from Maryland. So she's digging the Kunzite. Me too. Now, here's the problem for everybody else, myself included, who's not Elizabeth in Maryland going, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I see the value. She dropped it even lower. The open got started. And now I know it's going to go. So I'm not going to see that on Wednesday or Thursday or a month from now or a year from now. You know you will not. Because somebody is getting this ring, because we've got the open. So any hope of it coming back, nope. And how could it? Because you knew at $2,000 we were going to get a lot of activity. And that's what's happening. So we're at $2,000. I'm going to clock in. We're going to make this instant as an auction gets, because we still have to give you a last call, right? We don't want to just surprise you and blindside you and say, oh, it's sold. I've got to give everyone at least a last final chance. It's in the form of a 2-minute clock. At the end of the 2-minute clock, we sell it. It just means that if you have 2010 that you'd like to put towards this incredible $5,999 ring, it's a $6,000 ring. It's going for $2,000, unless you have something to say about that. Because I try to purposely make the increments so small that if you were just a little too late on that open, that's okay. It's not like we're asking for a lot of additional here to get you to be a part of it and to really give you a good shot at owning it as well. So it's our final call. It's going to be a 2-minute clock here. This is what you call a power auction here. And so when it's gone, it's gone. And guess what? We still have Poir Eva to come. You cannot go anywhere. If we're able to do this on a divine 882 Kunzite like this is, and one of the most exotic cuts out there, and it's going for this low, what's going to happen when we do Poir Eva later? What's going to happen when we do the huge tanzanite round that I've even shown you yet? What's going to happen with diamond studs and turquoise in a bridge and all of that? Well, we're going to find out. That's why you can't go anywhere. But here's our last call on this one. It's a final 2 minutes already counting down. So our last chance is now. Then we'll recap those hoop earrings by request from yesterday. We do have that Poir Eva still to come. We still have our morganite if you want that one too. And here we go. A minute 45 to get you in. That's just to make the phone call, but you want to hustle because there's a delay. So make sure you're dialed in really, really early. Otherwise, you do run the risk of being just a little bit late on that clock, and then unfortunately we'd have to keep you out, and we don't want to do that. So here it is, last chance. I'm going to try it on the hand again because here it is, dynamic, big, bold presence to it. That square Asher cut we love. I have not seen a stone as saturated. My first, it's the only piece I've ever bought for myself, was one piece, and it was about 7.5 years ago. I was brand new here, and I could not resist a Kunzite. I couldn't. I never had one before. I fell in love with them. I keep thinking I'm going to bring mine in and leave it here to show you the difference in how they've been upgraded as time has marched on. They've gotten better. Mine looks nothing like this. It's beautiful, but it looks nothing like this level of saturation. Nothing. And it's not because it fades, because the Afghan material doesn't do that. So it's all just based on, again, newer collections have come into us in recent years that have allowed us to actually give you a premier and upgraded quality, a saturation that you just don't normally see. We have 30 seconds left and it's going to go. Who is it going to be that's going to take this home? We're going to find out in 28 more seconds. Come on in. $2,000. And we're looking for 2010 or more. 2010, 2050, 2100, whatever you want to bid, you go for that strike and below. Yes. Question? Here it is from the side. There again, look inside. You can see that culet. Yes. What's that? Okay. So we're verifying here. Let's see what we got. See if we've got 20. Do we have 2010 or 2100? I'm not sure because they both look the same here in sign language. Let's see if it's 2010 or 2100. I'm not sure. Let me know. Is that it? Or do you not? Do you got? Okay, you have it. Sold. Congratulations. Bye-bye. It's gone. All right, so let's get to the hoops real quick. This is absolutely my favorite thing in the whole world to talk about is hoops. I used to do it for a living, but it was basketball, and now I do it in jewelry. So, hey, either way, I'm all about either talking hoops or talking about what happens on the diamond. And so that's all I spent my whole life before this doing, and now here we go. It's my favorite thing in the whole world to talk about, and it's my favorite piece of jewelry is a good diamond hoop. And I am a believer, and again, agree, disagree, but I am a believer that every woman needs to experience a diamond hoop. Because if you already know, you know. But if you haven't experienced a diamond hoop, I really, truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. I wouldn't say this if you were locked into a final sale or you had to spend $20,000. I wouldn't be saying this. But I really get adamant when I see values like this, especially knowing that 1110425 is a number that we developed about 8 years ago when these were first. You know, we never did a diamond hoop, and I wonder why that happened about 8 years ago. When I arrived, I said, we need to start building some diamond hoops. And they said, no, that's too complicated. We don't want to do that. And yes, no. I don't. I just don't. That color saturation will still work. I just never recommend Kunzite and yellow gold. No, I recommend it in white gold. So about 8 years ago, I said, you know, and I can't take the credit for developing hoop earrings. They were around long before I was, right? I've been around a long time, but not that long. So it's one of those things where we, as a network, did not do hoop earrings at all. We didn't do any styles, any kind. And I thought, I thought it was a real missed opportunity because here we had these incredible top quality diamonds that, let's face it, you don't find out there and about in the rest of the world. And I thought it's a shame if we miss this opportunity to bring really one of the classics in jewelry, one of the classics in overall styling. And a lot of you might say, I'm not sure though, because back in the day, and I can speak for when I started in the business, not everyone was doing diamond hoops. That was still, the idea was if you wore a hoop, it was a plain gold hoop, kind of like what I wear every day, just because I don't want to compete with our own jewelry. But I will say that there's kind of a new thinking that's really happened over time where now we're really accepting diamonds as even nice diamonds, yes, because why not? I look at it this way. If you're going to wear diamonds, wear the good stuff. And again, wouldn't say that if it was $25,000 a carat in retail where you were spending over 50 grand to buy this earring. I don't think a lot of us are in that boat or in that position to start spending $50,000 on earrings. But when they're really ridiculously affordable like what we're doing, you have to have these. You do. And this is where, again, now I get it. Some people are only going to wear a stud. Then that's not, I'll probably never convince you. But even if you are somebody who's typically a smaller hoop gal, or you're typically maybe in that 1 inch range, try the 1.5 inch, try the oval. I'm really, truly a believer in how flattering they are on, and also how really they transform the way you feel. I really feel that way. And if they're comfortable, which these are, and if they're made well, which these are, they even have the button release, and if they sparkle from every single angle, which these do because they're the inside out style with 235 in diamonds, which would retail for over $50,000. And we don't ask $50,000, and you can go buy a lot of cheap imitations, or, you know, I like to just say it like it is, because, you know, your job is not to be in the jewelry world every day. My job is. So I know some people get mad when I talk about lab-grown diamonds, but you need to know what's happening in the world, because if you haven't been perusing retail stores lately, you might not be aware that most diamond retailers right now are exclusively selling lab-grown diamonds. And that's okay if that's what you want, but the thing is, there is a difference. And if the reason lab-grown diamonds exist, the reason they're prolific right now, well, there's several reasons, but one of them is because they generally are going to be more affordable than the real deal. So if people figure I can get a better quality for less money than what I would pay for it, because natural diamonds are supposed to be expensive, and you don't usually get that nice a quality for, unless you spend dearly, like 50 grand. So a lot of people say, good, I'll spend the $5,000, I'll get lab-grown diamonds, and I'm happy. But what if, I'm just putting it out there, what if the option is $5,000, and I'm throwing that out there, it's more than that. But let's just say you could get $5,000 and get the lab-grown version. And you could get a VS quality, and you could get 235, and you could get them in solid gold. And let's say you could get them for a fraction of the price, then do it. But what if, and that is my real philosophy, what if we can give you a better option, which is the natural from the earth, which is the VS quality, and oh, by the way, they don't cost $5,000 either, they cost less. The big reason to go lab grown is because they cost less, or at least they should. But when you're shopping here, we live in this backwards, topsy-turvy world of diamond pricing where you're not even spending more for the real deal in great quality, and that's the difference maker. And that's why I would say, I think that makes the decision really easy. If you were struggling and you weren't sure which way do I go, because a lot of people are having that debate. I get it. I would bring you the same debate. If our natural VS diamonds cost 50 grand, they don't. They're less than the lab-grown material out there. They're less than a lot of CZs you would find in gold. Yes, do they set CZs in gold? Yes, they do. There are designers that set faux, simulated, completely just lookalikes in gold, and they charge more. I say go for this style. You will love them. This is what turns on a lot of people to TVON in the first place, is our diamonds, our diamond quality, our classics like this, and it's not even 5 or 4 or 3 or even, here's what's crazy, they're not even $29.99 for 235, and this is a really truly complicated design. Everyone thinks, oh, it's a hoop. Well, there's mechanical parts here, there's actual moving pieces, there's hinges, there's this button release. This is not easy to create. So that's how you'll open it up. There's a little notch in that post that's going to lock it simply by doing this. That's it. That's how you close them. To take them off, you're going to reach behind your piercing, press that button down, that's what releases it. Then they don't just fly open. You're going to have to give it a little bit of help because there's a resistance hinge at the bottom. So they don't just fly open like some cheaply made costume jewelry. Easy to put on, snap right in place. You're going to hear it click closed. You know they're locked. Then you release the button, white, yellow, or rose gold. How many people offer you all 3 gold colors? I'll show them to you on. They are 1.5 inches in length, 1.25 inches in their width. That means oval, not round. They're 235 in diamonds, and they're all VS, and they're not even $2,500. No wonder they've been asked about time and time again. Here yesterday, one of our best sellers yesterday. Guess what? Every time they're on, they're a bestseller because every day we have new shoppers. We have new folks that are just discovering us, discovering TVON, discovering our diamonds, discovering the quality, discovering the fact that, oh my goodness, I do not need to buy simulants or synthetics. I can get the real deal, and I can get quality I've always wanted, and I'm not even spending $25. That's the beauty of it. They're not even $2,000. We're so far underneath the $1,000 a carat mark, and yet, yeah, they're also not even $2,000. They're $19.99. So a major value to get. I'm telling you, it's an icon. And here's why also you think about getting the longer length and the shorter. Because when you have an inside-out style, you appreciate it more when they're longer in their drop. So we'll take another up-close look at them. Again, really easy on, easy off. So easy to wear, easy to put on, easy to take off, and they are latched closed and locked in place like no other. So they're $19.99. Thank you to whomever asked for them again, because that is just always a thrill. I'm a real stickler for quality in diamonds at this point because I know you're probably going to live in them. I have invested so long before TVON existed. I was in the business, but I was new in the business. And again, diamond hoops were not the thing then. And I created, with the help of a wholesaler downtown, in downtown Los Angeles, one of the jewelry districts, one of the bigger ones in our country, I designed my own inside-out style many, many years ago. I was fresh out of college. I was just started in this business. I got to tell you, I was out of the sports world and I was into this business, and I got to know jewelers really quickly. And because networks I worked at didn't have such a thing as diamond hoops in the inside-out style, they've really become in vogue of late. I made my own. And I look back at that was 22, 21 years ago. I had my own custom made. It cost about 20 times this price. And I just, again, it was one of those things where I look back and go, gosh, what if TVON existed then? What if TVON existed then, where we could make really lavish inside-out diamond styles? And that's what we're still doing. Here's that item number. Look at that item number up there. That's the same item number from 8 years ago. It has not changed. The price has not changed. I ask, what are you spending the same on today as you did in 2016? There's not anything I can think of. What are you spending the same or less? This is crazy. So how many are we got? We've got a lot of them going out. I see that. We have more of them going out tonight, it looks like, than we did yesterday during our Sunday daytime show. And that's what happens because you cannot hide value. I cannot hide a value from you. It's up there in bright red numbers on that screen, sitting next to this gorgeous, lavish, deluxe luxury look you're getting, that you're probably, if you're like me, you're going to wear them all the time. And so it just makes, because I think a lot of us have to justify, if we're out in retail going, oh gosh, do I really want to splurge on the $50,000 earrings? Am I going to wear them enough to justify $50,000? That's the price of a car. That's the price of a lot of really lavish things in this world, and yet you don't have to do that. And that's what I love the most about what we do. I think it makes the decision really easy. Try the good stuff. You're not compromising. You're not giving up quality. It's right there, and they're $19.99. So major value. Take them if you like them. We got to move on. Speaking of diamonds, I do happen to have a very unusual diamond today, and it's a diamond ring. It's a carat 02 diamond, oval, and check this out. It's an F color. That's really beautiful. D, E, and F are all considered colorless diamonds. That's a 102 diamond that's a VS1 and an F color and surrounded with a halo. That's a remarkable price tag. If you're needing a big diamond or want an upgrade, that is the way to go. So last call on the hoops. We've got every line locked and then some. Jess, are you getting a pair of hoops as well? I'd love to know what color everyone's getting, because I usually we see them pretty popular in white and yellow, pretty split down the middle. I have had a couple of customers over the years come back and buy every gold color we offer because they love them so much. And yeah, it does change the look a little bit depending on the gold color that you establish them in. So it does. If you're like me, I'm a weirdo like that. I really like to either stick day by day to either white or yellow metal. I'm a weirdo like that. Some people just don't care and say mix. It's cool. I agree. It looks great on other people. I'm way too, I don't know, call it, overthinker or whatever it is, high functioning anxiety, whatever it is, that I like to match everything day by day. I wear both metals, I just wear one per day. So I would need one, and trust me, I have them because, I do that. I like a white gold and I like a yellow gold, and something I really love. So that's where, again, this is something you may want to consider when they're $19.99, when they're that price, because even though I'm bragging on the fact we kept that price that way for so many years, we can't just sit back and rest on our laurels and assume that it's always going to be that way. So $19.99 is the day to get them is now. Get them now, so that I always look at it this way: with this hoop that you're going to wear all the time, the sooner you buy them, the sooner you're wearing them, right? The sooner you're looking fabulous and rocking the big, beautiful diamond weight that's not too much. It's not over the top. It's one of those classics. I can guarantee you this. You're not going to look at those in 3 years and go, they're not in style anymore. No, that's not going to happen with a hoop, right? They're always going to work. Andy, will you give them the count on how we're doing on white versus yellow, or if anyone's taken rose gold yet? Because that's a special earring. And yes, the requester, Miss S, was it Miss S from Texas or a different Miss S? Different one? From Texas? Wonderful. Where in Texas? Love it. She got which color? yellow, and then what's everyone else getting? I know Jess got a white gold, I think. Yes, white gold, and then we'll see what everyone else is getting. I'm thrilled they're here. They're $19.99. If you haven't tried our diamond hoops, and again, we do the ½ inch, we even do the little tiny 1/4 inchers. You know, that's more of a huggy style, but we do all the different lengths. But if you want, I just think the bigger you get, the more wow they give you. I also believe that the bigger they are, the more flattering they are, just because it's elongating, right? We talk about this in fashion and in jewelry, but this is like, because hear me out on this, and this is maybe somewhat of a strange comparison, but I think it's one as women we can all relate to. If you were given the option to wear a flip-flop versus a 6-inch stiletto, and you were going to be asked simply the question of, we're not talking comfort here, we're just talking about which one is going to make you look better, what's going to be more flattering on, what's going to make more heads turn when you walk into the room, you're going to an event, you have to look your best, let's say you're going to be, you know, in the spotlight, are you going with the flip-flop or are you going with the high heel? You're probably going to go, yes, probably sacrifice some comfort, but go with the high heel because it's going to make you feel and look so much better. Because why? Partly it's the elongation of it, right? Makes us all look taller. It gives that whole elongation to your entire look. That's really what a hoop is doing. So even though we make hoops that are ½ inch and 3/4 of an inch and 1 inch, those are going to be more like your flip-flop is maybe your ½ inch, and then your 3/4 inch might be your kitten heel, and then maybe your 3/4 inch is going to be that 2-inch heel, but this is the stiletto. And it just does tend to be that as the hoops get larger and larger, they tend to just be even that much more flattering because they are elongating to the face. So what the heels do to our entire body, this is doing to our facial features. So there is something amazing about wearing a hoop that is a little bit longer in its stature. I'm telling you, I've spent most of my life on television, so we, as someone who's just, in the public eye, you learn these little tricks of the trade over the years and things like that, and it's a really simple one, right? It's not a there's some of those little tricks of the trade to how to present yourself, as best you can, that are a little bit complex, right? That I would never participate in, that are very, that you would never incorporate into daily life. This is a really easy way to just incorporate just one of those tricks that tell me, when you wear them and you wear them for even a day. Day one you get these and put them on, even if you're having a rather mundane day, put those on. Let me know at the end of the day if that didn't just completely transform the way you looked and felt. And it really is not about how you look, it's about how you feel. Because how you feel is going to translate to how you look to everyone else. It's just again, that's the best trick of all, is just inner confidence, right? If you feel good, you look good, right? And it's something that it's tough to do on the daily, right? We're human beings. We don't all have, not every day's perfect. Not every day's a good one, right? I can speak for my last few days. Haven't felt exactly my best, And exactly, that's the whole point, is sometimes it's amazing how little things can make big differences in our daily life, that we deserve that. Yes? Perfect. No way. What was her name one more time? Kanisha from Norwalk. Oh my gosh, she's not too far from us. I love that. Welcome to our show and enjoy your diamond hoops. Okay, let's get a move on because I know we've got some other things to do. And we have a very special, was I supposed to show something by request or are we good? I think we're caught up. All right, so good. I'm so glad these came out. Thank you again for the request. I do get carried away with these sometimes, but that's only because I'm so passionate, and I feel like I will not rest until every fine jewelry lover has her hoop earrings, and might as well get the good stuff at the small price. That's all I'm saying. Let me show you something really cool here. I don't think we've ever seen before, because I know I have not seen this ring, and it is, wow, dynamic. This is just cool and unexpected, and 1123-617 is your item number. Isn't that something? It's a special 18 karat gold piece, and keep calling on the hoops, because just because I moved on doesn't mean they're gone. Just take them, try them, and hey, listen, put them on for a day or two. Put them on for a week. If they don't do all the things I said, you send them on back. Not a big deal, right? So that's the beauty of it too. You're not stuck. You just try them. If you're not sure, try them. You only know you can't know until you try. But here we go. 1123-617 is 18 karat solid gold. It's a 14 karat 02 cat's eye rubellite. It is a gigantic still rubellite tourmaline, which we know is that really beautiful saturated pinky red, but it's got the chatoyan effect, which makes it extra rare. And then it's 86 points in just rubies. That would be on the sides here, and then 53 points in the diamonds, which you have immediately next to it. So Yes, exactly. So yes, exactly. Stilettos over flip-flops. And then, yeah, trust me. And this is requiring no extra effort and no extra uncomfort on your part. That's what it's all about. So thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed that analogy. But yes, it's true. It's true, right? There's one we wear for comfort, and there's one we wear for looks, and we all know what's going to look better. But, you know, again, I'm not asking you to sacrifice at all on the hoops because they're as comfortable as any other earring you'll wear. So here we go with the 18 karat gold, 8653. I mean, is that just different and cool? And tell me if that's not going to get attention with the contrast of the sparkle on the sides with all these diamond cut rounds in the rubies, in the diamonds, striped as they are in the wider band of 18K. Then you contrast that with the big cabochon that's showing off that chatoyancy. Hey, listen, the best part of all, I get to mark it down. I don't think you've ever seen it before, and so $69.99 doesn't have to be your price. And yeah, boy, you feel the difference. It's just like platinum. You feel, when you've got 18 karat gold, it's so much more dense. You feel the weight of the ring. It's also not even going to be half that price of $3,500. What are we doing on a big cat's eye rubellite? These have been, I've had a couple, and they've been very expensive. I'll be the first to admit. Most of them stuck around because they're a little more on the expensive side. This is for somebody, again, who wants something different that you don't probably already have. It's here, and it's not even $29.99. So we went wild, yet you still have all the finishing. Look how we built it from the inside. So you get that great finishing. It's really comfortable on. I love seeing almost the metallic-like look. Do you see how that? You can tell it's little characteristics inside the stone that make it make a cat's eye happen. So you can almost see the metallic nature that has as it just shifts in the light here. It's not 29, not 28 or 27. Let's blow it out. We'll make it $26.99. That is it. So very, very, very special. $26.99. It's amazing. And that would be for one caller. Now, if you want to go to, believe it or not, there's a tourmaline here that's even more rare. And it would be this one. It would be I don't even know if we're ready for this, because I know that just yesterday we had two incredible copper-bearing stones. One was green, one was purple. This is my rubellite that's also copper-bearing. So voila, that would be a lot of rarity on top of rarity right there. So it's really good. Okay, let's go. We're going to move. So if you want to see the copper-bearing stone, it's a 6 karat 75. By the way, that would be, remember, we don't technically call that Poir Eva because it's pink red, but it's copper bearing. So we only reserve the Poir Eva name at this point to the blues, the greens, the blue-greens, and the purples, but this is really, really rare. And it's essentially, you saw it. I mean, that's obviously, you know, more opaque stone because it's got the cabochon cutting and the chatoyancy. This is lit from within, bright as can be. I mean, it's also the cutting, right? You saw the cutting. Let's just show it just for fun. Because I'll tell you this, when we've had these rare copper-bearing stones like the purple neon and like that green neon just yesterday, both of them flew within seconds. This is a large stone. It's almost 7 carats. It's a 675 specialty cut. What do we also marvel at with tourmalines? Clarity when we get it. Well, this one's going to bring it. Take a look at this. We're going to show you right now. Might as well give you a close-up look at this one. Item number is 112319. Check that out. We're calling it a cushion cut, but it's such a subtle corner. It presents like a round. Totally. It's a Cuprian rubellite. Cuprian Elbaite, that's the extra word we have to add to make it official, because Cuprian means copper, and then you've got that E-L-B-A-I-T-E, yes. Oh, good. Who got the Rhodochrosite? Thank you so much. And I knew it would because that was just such a value. Thank you, Kara. Enjoy it. And let me go ahead and put that aside for her. And then here we go with our 675. So Cuprian Elbaite means the same thing. It is copper bearing. It is tourmaline. But I came in close because I wanted you to see it's got a carat 22 in diamonds. That's still a take on the signature mounting that we love and do. Here's the inside. Yeah, we finished it. Look at that. All full under gallery on the inside. And check this out. Some of the most beautiful purple pinks. What that is a combination. It really is like fuchsia. That's what it is. I wouldn't say it's red. It's more these hot pink and purples together. And I am thrilled. Thrilled to bring it. Thrilled we have waited, I must admit, to bring out some of these museum copper-bearing stones for you for a while. But now that they're here, they're going and fast. It's like blink and you miss them, and this one will do the same because our $14,999 price tag is out of here because why? It's a Monday night. I'm blowing everything out. It's only been on once. Gets a huge markdown right now for you. And again, the purple went. The green, remember the neon green? It was like a minty, bright neon green. This is still neon. That's the beauty of it. All the characteristics we see with tourmalines that are copper bearing, we look to them to be neon. That's exactly what you're going to see. I'm going to actually demonstrate for you. I'm going to block the light. So the next time you see it up close, I'm going to walk around in front of the turntable, go in front of basically right next to our camera lens and block one of our spotlights and show you. I want you to just watch the stone. Watch the center, because let me just go ahead and do this, boom, and do you see how vibrant and bright? And that's like the main light. It actually enhances the neon. Did you see that? The stone does not change. Most things would just get like overtaken with shadow. That is so amazing, isn't it? It's not $14,999. Huge value right now. Forget about even $10,000. This is a $675. What would happen if we saw a blue-green tourmaline that was copper bearing at that size? Would it ever be under 10,000? No. This color is more rare by far, and you know that because you never see them here. And yet we're going to blow it out for less than $10,000. This one will go. Here's what it looks like on the hand. Let's do that first. Again, there's that finishing on the inside. It's very clean. We expect copper bearing stones to have a lot of visible inclusions. That's not happening here. There's that side. Notice how that wraps around the sides there, gives you that pave. Take a look at this. There it is on the hand. I mean, really, do you want to miss this? When it's got what looks like, we just saw pink diamonds earlier. Look at how this gives you the look like there's pink diamonds inside of it. It's not 10,000. It's not 99. Forget about it. We're blowing it out. Let's do some deals. Let's move some jewelry. We have an hour and 10 minutes left, and then we don't see you till Wednesday. So it is time. Let's get our shopping on. And it's not 10,000. It's not 9. It's not 8. I'm not even doing $7,000. This is $69.99. That puts that stone, which FYI, they're $60,000 and $70,000 a carat for the regular material. This is the ultimate rare color, and it's basically $1,000 a carat with free diamonds. So a carat 22 in your diamond weight, and all of that happening for $69.99. Don't sleep on these exotics tonight. We're seeing them go. We saw that with our Tahitian pearl strand. We saw it with our Rhodochrosite moments ago. We know the exotics are going, and we're about to bring you a blue wing block D in a round you will not believe. So make sure you pick that one up because there's only one in our inventory that looks like it, and you are taking a good look at it now. So that's going to be, oh, and I have a fawn diamond. So I probably should have shown this to you closer to our pink diamond, but there's a fawn diamond here. It's very large. It's actually well over a carat in size, and it's, pinky purple fawn as well. So very saturated. I do, for my gold quartz lovers, you know what got a markdown today from Monday night? I demanded it. I said, bring it on out, because like, not on Monday, because you know what we got to do on Monday, right? I'm doing it. I'm blowing this out right now. This is arguably the biggest and best gold quartz we have for not only the size, but also the diamond weight around it. Let's take a look at 112, 1982. Check that out. That's a good stone, isn't it? It's going to be our 520 gold quartz pear shape. About 75% of that surface of that stone is 24 karat pure gold. How about that? Then you get a huge carat and a half diamond weight. And I got one. And it's brand new, marked down about 2 hours ago. Had to fight to get it. You know what? I'm going to look at that inside. Signature mounting, but on a large scale. Has to be given that bigger style, that bigger size. Why? Because it's supporting a 520, which 520, that's one thing if you consider a more typical stone. Let's take a look at how a 520 presents in quartz on the hand here, because that thing's looking a lot bigger than a 5 karat 20. Here's my example. I have a 6.5 karat tanzanite. This will serve as a little preview of what's coming up. That's a 6.5 karat tanzanite. The quartz looks bigger. Here's a turquoise that is a 578. These are comparable sizes, but look at how the gold quartz looks bigger than the turquoise. You see that? So these can be a little bit deceiving, but in a good way. They can end up looking a lot bigger than their carat weight indicates, and you get the carat and a half exactly in diamonds, and I know how we love a gold quartz. And we love even more so when we really blow out the pricing, and that's exactly what I'm about to do. So come on in, we're gonna make this really easy. And it's only one, of course, because all the gold quartz are individual one-of-a-kinds, and that's it. What we're gonna do is wild. Let me know if you love it. Here's what I've got. Oh, how pretty is this? Oh, yay, diamond collar time. Who's this for? Mary probably said, if she's gonna blow out diamonds tonight, I better call on the collar. To you. So Mary coming up the tennis necklace, but you know what I'll do? Gold quartz ring, $69.99. Forget about it. We'll make it a lot better for you right now. First caller takes it for $29.99. It's time for this one to go. So that's how we do it. Right there, $29.99. One caller. And that is, you saw how far we had to zoom back just to get that all in the shot there. Okay, we're about to blow your mind with a diamond collar here. And it's been a minute since we've seen this. Thank goodness, I'm just checking to make sure this is the one. There is one I won't show, and there's one I will show, and this is the one I will show. So, because it's the one that sits properly, and that's so, so important to me. We do a graduated style that just kind of tends to flip and turn. I love this one because it doesn't. So we'll show that next. Mary's request. Interestingly enough, we're going to see a yellow gold, but this speaks to kind of the new trend in diamonds right now. We used to see diamonds, especially diamond necklaces. Obviously, diamond necklaces, a lot of people think just a little pendant on solitaire. This is a full-on collar, like we're going to see now. Diamonds all the way around. This is not, now, I'm not here to tell you how to wear jewelry because you already know. You don't need me to tell you how and when and where. But we do like to point out that kind of the era has changed for anybody who's going to just kind of dismiss this immediately as, ooh, not sure I can wear that every day. There's a different kind of feel right now. We touched on this with our diamond hoops earlier, where maybe the thought process and the way we wore diamonds back in, 10, 20 years ago is a little different than we do now. And diamonds used to be considered more special occasion pieces, things like that. It's a different era we live in now, and I'm just putting it out there just from, I'm aware that, I live in Los Angeles. We tend to be a little, it's kind of big city, more glamorous, kind of got the Hollywood thing going on here. But I will tell you, I see ladies wearing a style like this every single day. And so whether that's your choice or not to wear it every day or more special occasion, what we can guarantee you is that the reason a lot of people might pull back from wearing a style like this every day is because maybe they had to invest 6 figures or 7 to buy it. So maybe they don't feel comfortable wearing it every day. I would never want anything to happen with this, but I want to tell you something. You are not spending what you should for a diamond collar. Think about it for a second in the terms of gold. This is solid gold all the way around, but it's also solid diamonds all the way around. Something that should be, look at that. We don't just do a large gold necklace with a little speck or dot of a diamond. The diamonds are the width of the necklace. The gold is the width of the diamond. So it's made just like our tennis bracelets are made, where you're getting the bigger diamond presence, full cut round brilliance all the way throughout. But this may be for Mary's request, but it's another one much like the hoops where we're gonna have a very busy phone bank here. Diamonds all the way around, but still in the size that is right if you do wanna wear it every day. Or if it's special occasion. We didn't go over the top ostentatious. You're gonna get what looks like, because I've been in the business a long time, I would assume this is a good 20 carats in diamonds. It's amazing to me because this is actually our 4.5 carats in diamonds. Now, every length, because you do have an option, will be a different carat weight, of course. So as we look at it on the hand here, take a look at this. There it is. And again, we're probably going to recommend white gold here unless you're a yellow gold purist. But I will say, look at again, proof that our white diamonds are beautiful perfection, really, because they still look like white, bright, stunning white diamonds, even when they're set in yellow. Big deal there. We've got item number 1110175. So another item number that goes back a ways. This is, let me just start the presentation by saying, not graduated. Meaning, some of the styles we do have larger stones in the middle, up front, and get really teeny tiny towards the back. I have absolutely no problem with that aesthetic. The only problem is the way it's made. That sometimes makes it more susceptible to doing that. Flipping, turning. When the stones are all the same identical size all the way around, and keep in mind this is going to be sitting on your neckline, not on a hand with, the ridges of knuckles and fingers and that kind of thing. So it doesn't matter. This one has been tried and true and tested by yours truly. This one sits flat because all the diamonds from the front to the sides to the back are all the same size. It's 4.5 carats for the 17-inch. So you're seeing all the carat weights up here, $429 for the 16, 4.5 for the 17, almost 5 carats for the 18-inch. You get to decide slightly different prices, of course, just to actually only accommodate the workmanship that changes. Obviously, more workmanship when you have, obviously, more gold and more diamonds to work with. So keep that in mind. Here we are. We've got 3 different price options to correspond with the 3 different length options. You are choosing the white, the yellow, or the rose. So keep in mind, these are typically custom made for you. We may or may not have your length and gold color to go out right away, but it will be out to you as soon as possible. And so keep in mind that we've got your most expensive one, which is the 18-inch, which has the nearly 5 carats in diamonds, is going to be still somehow, some way, it's under not only $15,000, not only under $10,000, we're going under $5,000 for the 18-inch length. Honestly, I don't even know which length this is. They just hand me what we have. Take a look at the closure in the back. This is made like our tennis bracelets. It does have 2 figure-8 safeties, so you'll flip them both to actually secure it, but then you see there, solid diamonds all across the closure, so it never ceases to sparkle, even through the back. I'm a big fan of hair-up styles, and especially if you're dressing up, so why not? You want diamonds all the way around. So even the closure is finished in diamonds. You're going to fasten those 2 figure-8s to lock it in place. You're not even spending $5,000 for an 18-inch. The other 2 links will get more affordable, so keep that in mind. But if we cannot be topped in diamonds, leave it to us to even make the most high-end, deluxe, ultra luxury style in diamonds affordable for you, and that means the 18-inch is not even $49 or $48, or watch this, not even $4,800. We're going to do $47.99 on the 18. Now, they only get more affordable as you get to the smaller lengths, which actually are typically more popular with the collars, because collar does imply most people like to wear it right at the base of the neckline. But we give you all 3 options for whatever's comfortable for you. The 17-inch is under $4,500. We're doing $44.99 for the 17-inch, which is very popular here, usually the most popular. And then the 16-inch, which is what I wear, love it to sit at the base of the neckline. If you're comfortable with a 16-inch, $42.99. So basically you're paying, once again, a commercial grade diamond price, and yet you're getting VS diamond full cut round brilliance set in solid gold all the way around your neckline. I'll show it to you on the neckline from a distance away. Let me see if I have your request, Mary. Yesterday, golden tanzanite. You know what? Let me check for you. The request is, do we have another golden tanzanite in something other than an oval? I haven't seen one, Mary, but that doesn't mean one's not coming in the coming days. So let me see if we have any other shapes for you. You know, they're very different. She's asking what's more rare, the golden tanzanite, the Wisa sapphires, or the gold quartz. They're all pretty rare. I would say your most exotics are the golden tanzanites. The second most would be the Wisa sapphires, and the third most rare would be the gold quartz. So hopefully that helps. Let me try this on the neckline, then we'll go up close for you so you can see what it looks like. But I just want you to get, and let me make sure I have this set up properly for you so you can see how it's going to look when it's actually fastened, how it sits properly there, and how it's going to be those stunning diamonds just for a size perspective here. And you can see, again, no graduation from the back to the front, all the same size. So it gives you a little bit of a look there on how that's going to look. And just make sure that when you do put it on, actually what I like to do, because I do wear a collar quite often, and I don't wear mine every day, I will admit, but I do wear mine quite often. What you want to do when you put it on is just kind of put it all in one straight line first. And that way when you do put it on, and what I usually do is I go around the back, and what I do is put it around the back and then fasten it in the front and then just jog it around. But the point is, when you have it all straight like a line like this and kind of make sure it's straight, then it kind of just, you keep it aligned so that when you do fasten it, it stays and doesn't twist. And that's really the key, is really when you put it on, putting it on properly so that there's no, in other words, if you were to do, and I'm sorry if that made noise, but if you were to kind of twist it and then just randomly fasten it, it might not want to sit properly. So what you do is just make sure all the stones are facing front and aligned, just like I've draped it here on my hand. And that way, when you do fasten it, it's sitting, draping properly. So that's really the key there. So those are your price tags on the collars there. And then we're checking on golden tanzanite. I don't think we have any others, but it's always worth checking out. Let's go to our next item, because top of the hour has just arrived. We've got the big Poir Eva. Let's show it to you. Let's get it out here. And for whatever reason, Thank you for the request on the collars too. If you have any questions, let me know. Looks like I only have the yellow gold here to show you in person. That's a shame because most people get those in the white gold. But here's our top of the hour special. Glad you're with us tonight. We have one short hour left, actually 57 minutes, so not a lot of time. But here is the Poir Eva we have been waiting for. It might look like one I brought you yesterday, but it's actually different. This is a slightly smaller version of the saddle. Keep calling on the gorgeous diamond collars because you're going to live in that and wear it. And you know what I never did? Let me just make sure you see it up close one time real quick, just to make sure you see how those diamonds are set. It's literally like our tennis bracelet where there is this, look at that profile, vaults of gold for every single individual diamond. And that's how consistent they are. Matched to perfection. Bright white stones. Mary, we might have, do we have something? Oh yeah, for tanzanite? Wow. Mary, I got good news. We have two options. Oh, one is the option from yesterday and one is around. So yes, I will show it to you next. Actually, I'll do it right now before we even get into the Poir Eva. So Mary Liz, I've got something for you right now. I know you saw the oval yesterday. It is still here. Let's show the only other option we have in a golden tanzanite is this one. And this is that golden color that is all natural. Oh my goodness. And really talk about a kaleidoscope of colors happening right here in the peacock feather wraparound ring design. How stunning is this? Golden color. Now, tanzanite you can say, or you can call it golden zoisite. It's an all natural unheated zoisite. It's 1123823. This is that world famous, just TVON exclusive. We're talking about something that has been really talked about the world over, even though it's never been outside the walls of TVON, meaning this peacock ring has caught the eye and it's caught the attention of many big designers. And they've done their own version since, and that's kind of flattering and cool, right? It's a 3 carat 76 unheated Tanzanian golden zoisite. It's got a few different colors though, honestly. It looks like every color, every hue of yellow diamond mixed in and set together as one. That's kind of what it looks like, with a few little goldens in there as well. And I mean like almost a peachy golden color. It's amazing. It's a 376 unheated stone. These are crazy rare. Yes, out of the three, Mary, you asked about, this is the rarest. Because it's really rare to find anything that's unheated in the first place out of that mine in Tanzania. But usually when they are unheated, there's still blues and greens. So the highest level of rarity in a natural zoisite is getting the golden colors you're seeing here. That's what makes it ultra, ultra, ultra rare. And we've only had a couple. We've had a couple ever. One of them had a little bit of pinky golden, kind of like this one does on a subtle level. It is still here because it's $35,000. I'm happy to say this one is not going to be $30,000. It's not close to $30,000, and it does have yellow diamonds and white diamonds around it. So what a beautiful way to accentuate such an important stone, isn't it? So this one's going to be our 376 unheated, 24 points in the yellow diamonds, and also a carat 19 of the white diamonds. Beautifully done. There's your one design there because it wraps around the sides. Then you've got your other side here. Looks incredible, doesn't it? So not 30,000. And do you see that stone? Because really that's the magic. The mounting's cool, the mounting's gorgeous, different, designer, all those things, but really the magic happens in that center stone all on its own. It sounds like we still have diamond collars going out, so I encourage you to think about those. And this is not going to be 20, and it's not 10. Happy and proud to say this one's under $5,000 tonight. Monday night markdowns. We got now 53 minutes left to do whatever your heart desires in Monday night markdowns, including the Poir Eva that's coming back. Promise you that. But this one's got to go first. It's not even $49.99. First caller can have it. And the only other golden tanzanite we have is the oval, which I'll show you next beside it. So you make the proper choice. But there's the inside. Here's how it looks on the hand with that incredible wraparound design where I love putting that majority of diamond feather design on this side. So you can really see how it wraps and shows you all this detail and then wraps around the side. That's not even $4,000. I'll blow it out for $39.99. First caller. That's it. But it's going to go. And then the only other option we do have is the oval. You might have missed it yesterday. I get it. It was Mother's Day. So you probably had some other things to do, and I hope you got spoiled and got to go out and enjoy the day and spend it with your loved ones. But you know what? You might have missed this piece, and this is the oval that we had. So let me show you the similarities in their color, even though they're different shapes. Let's go back up close. We'll show you the oval, which is a little more affordable as well because it's more classic and doesn't have as much diamond weight. So we have the oval, which is also going to be 1123,824. So peacock ring is $39.99. They really have very similar color play to them as far as the way the goldens and the greens kind of come together. It's just in the shape of the stone. So the 242s on the left, that's 24 points in diamonds, more classic halo. That one's only $19.99, and you are looking at the entirety of our golden zoisite inventory right there. That's everything. That's all. So you're looking at everything there. $19.99 on the left, $39.99 on the right. Mary, thank you for asking about those. Open to the first callers that take advantage of either or. And then we'll get to that Poir Eva, followed by turquoise. I get to show you my two favorite stones back to back. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Plus we have still to come. I guess we're going to show this. Are we ready for this? The Blue Wing Block D round. Oh, that's as magical as the round. Now, see, those are related. How fun is that? Did you ever think those two stones would be from the same location? Look at that. I mean, yeah, they're rounds, they share that, but look at that. That's pretty cool. This is the best heated material in the world. Best color you'll ever get out of heated zoisite. This is unheated in one of the rarest colors. Come on now, we got to get those out the door. And that's just a fun way to see it, given that they're both rounds and somewhat similar sizes there. So the round tanzanite, that's the Blue Wing on the left, that is still to come in this show. So don't go anywhere. You're going to see that before you know it. But let's get to our Poir Eva, because this is where we get to move and shake here. We get to really wow you with the Poir Eva deals. Had a big one yesterday. It was basically the same ring, but a little larger in scale. We're going to, as we do, and this is why this saddle ring was developed. Boy, that's fun to see. Isn't that great? Just a fun way to see a moment there, a little teaching moment in zoisite. But here we have, I don't know what it is, but this Poir Eva looks bigger than the one I had yesterday. And the one I had yesterday was a carat 10. This is claiming to be a slightly under 1 carat, but you would never know it. Now, the mounting is the saddle ring, but it's scaled down. So many of you love the saddle ring and said, listen, I can do a big ring, I just don't know if I can do that big a ring. So we developed just recently this smaller scale saddle ring for you, which is item number 1124114. And this would be brand new right now. So markdowns don't just mean, hey, let's take something tired and old that's nobody wants. We're going to bring you the ultimate high level here. And it's new, and it's hot, and you're talking about bright, super clean, vibrant neon, all of that. I'm telling you right now, as a Poir Eva, I'm self-professed addicted, obsessed, and completely in love with this stone. But as a result of addictions and obsessions and being completely obsessed with it for years and years, I've become an expert in the stone, and I've sold a lot of it, and I've seen a lot of it, and I've read books about specifically this. And I know a lot of the families that deal in this stone that, by the way, aren't selling it anymore. They are literally keeping it in their collections, and they are not giving it up. And very wisely so. This is our 91 pointer. I look at that stone, and it reads as a carat and a half. All day long. It's something about the cut. Sometimes cuts in ovals can be a little more shallow, therefore they give you a bigger face value. That's what this stone has. It's a 91 pointer. That's still a big size. Don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you it's small. It just happens to look a lot bigger than that. So just said my piece on that. Take that carat weight with a proverbial grain of salt, because it's giving you a much bigger look than that. Also, diamond weight here is a lot. It's going to be a 93-point diamond weight. So again, not quite as hefty as what we bring you in the OG saddle, but this one's going to be, again, you asked for it. We made it because you demanded it. So here it is right now. Major moment. And unfortunately, the $13,999, please don't take this the wrong way, but I got to get rid of that price, because I don't think anyone's going to bargain for $14,000 as our best value tonight. You came to Monday nights expecting more, you're getting it. So here we go with the value of a lifetime on a Poir Eva, and if you don't mind, We're going to make it really simple and easy and blow it out for one collar. It's almost a carat in the center. It's almost a carat in the diamonds. But here's what it looks like on, which is really the most important aspect of this ring, is what does it look like on? Is it going to be comfortable? Yes. Is it finished on the inside? Of course, we'll show it to you. But look again, because this is what proves the point. And yes, I would probably sell a lot more jewelry if I had a teeny tiny microscopic little hand. But you know what? I don't. And that's the way it is. But you know what? When it looks big on my hand, get ready, because it's a big old stone with a big mounting, but still comfortable. That's the beauty of it, right? It glides right onto the hand. It's finished on the inside entirely. This is a beauty. And you're not even paying. This is wild. $13,999 should be all day. Change the gold color if you want to. We're going to size it. Go true to size on this one. Also a ring that would be workable for middle and index fingers too. If you want to slide it on over, do that too. Here's what it looks like from the front, the inside. Let's give it away. That Poir Eva is clean and bright and magnificent blues and greens together. But it's also not even going to be $39.99. So there you have it. It's only the most expensive stone right now going. And I'm talking about as far as in demand, there's a legitimate market value right now on. And the prices have never slowed. They've never plateaued. They've never stopped elevating. This is the time. And we're up here saying, you know what? We observe what the rest of the world is doing. We know what the trade shows are doing. We know what the dealers are doing. We know what the collectors are doing. They're holding on to it, which is what is purposely. Think about it. If you had a way to control your own pricing destiny of your own business, you can't fault them for doing it. It's essentially, think about it. The people that have it in, whether it's private collections or because they were involved in mining ventures from decades ago, they are essentially controlling the marketplace by sort of, I know this has a negative connotation, but I'm going to say it anyways, monopolizing it. By holding on to it and not selling it, not making it available, they're actually driving the prices up, right? Supply and demand. If there's no supply out there, the demand is already there. The demand naturally goes up. Then you have prices go up with it, and they're essentially determining their own destiny on what their material is worth. Think about that for a second. And they can, and they are. And it's really taken hold across the entire worldwide gem industry. So that's why it's becoming almost impossible to find it available at any price, because no one's selling it. They're saying, I'm holding on to it. We have taken that industry trend, and we are truly bucking the trend here by saying we're bringing it and we're making it affordable, because if we're not going to do it, who is? And we have shoppers and collectors that rely on us, and a lot of you have relied on us now for nearly a decade to do just that. Bring the rare, bring the exotic, and not hold back. And not ask an arm and a leg. That's great. I'm sure there's people out there that do that too. And they're like, here it is. And it's really, we're still giving you a deal because it's better than market value, but we're still going to sell it for $30,000. We're not like that. So if this is a stone, and again, being in the trade as I am, communicating with those dealers and those, basically kind of the movers and the shakers that are dictating the industry, this is where it is an opportunity to get a stone like this that is so important, so special, going up in value tremendously, and we are here to sell it and offer it for less than the price of, forget market value. This is beyond what we would have paid to put this together. But I got to move jewelry in this last 44 minutes. That's the fact too, is that we still need to keep the lights on and keep on trucking for you guys so that we can, whenever you're ready, bring you those values. If we're not here to do it, who will be? That's a resource for you that you got in your back pocket. And maybe you only shop with us once a decade. Maybe you shop with us once a year. Maybe you shop with us once a month. Maybe it's once a day. Whatever it is, we want to be here to be that opportunity for you. Here it is, the stone to own, and it's stinking beautiful too, isn't it? It's rare and it's all those things, but it's really pretty. And it's also not going to be $39, $38, $37, $36.99. I got to give it away. Almost a carat in the stone, almost a carat in diamonds. The stone, I will tell you, looks bigger than that carat weight indicates. It really does. And I'm not even offering it for $36.99. It's going lower, and we can do any gold and any size you want. But this, when we tell you to go, I think I had the Poir Eva up yesterday for about 25 seconds before it sold. I think it was about 25 seconds. Didn't even have time to put a clock on it. It was just gone. That's what's happening, because we have more collectors than we have Poir Eva. And we have the biggest values anywhere, anywhere, truly anywhere. Take that literally, because it's the truth, and it's not $35.99 either. We're blowing it out right now. Bright, clean, beautiful color. Neon to the nines here. Watch this with no light. Look at that. Full light, no light. Look at that. Still popping with that neon glow. It's not even $3,500. I'm blowing it out for $34.99. First caller on that one. That's it. Then we're getting under a turquoise that has been sitting here for months, and I haven't shown it. And I'll explain why. Important Sleeping Beauty turquoise stone coming up with a little bit of history and a story behind it. So make sure you stay with me for that. But our Poir Eva should not stick around. It's just too good. And that, when you get that kind of value going, that's what everyone's always waiting on. That unmistakable, beautiful, open, bright color, that unheard of value. We're going to get it at home. We're going to do it. We're verifying on it right now. Okay, so it took a little longer than 25 seconds like yesterday's, but that's because it's Monday night and on Sunday morning. That's why. But when we say it'll go, we know it will go. And there's only one reason why. It's because that price, I cannot hide a value. We said this earlier. It's true. When a value is as strong as this is, it has no choice but to go out our doors, and it will. And we're verifying on it right now, so we'll see who's got it. But it's a $34.99 piece, and if you want to do yellow gold, we don't usually see our Poir Evas to start in the yellow. We usually put them in the white gold when they're in this color. But if you want yellow, you can do it. If you want rose, you can do it. That's totally up to you. It's $3,499. And the best part is, you get it at home, you see what it's all about, you put it on, you wear it, you can try to get it appraised. They're not easy to get appraised because most jewelers have never seen one before. So just be aware of that. You might have to go to a little bit, kind of a high-end jewelry establishment or a really, really good appraiser if you want to get more of an established value that way. But because not a lot of people are used to working with this material or have it or have access to it. So $34.99. Let's move along. We got something kind of wild here. I got my best turquoise in the inventory. It's been hanging out with me for months. Haven't shown it on the air. And there's a very specific and good reason, I believe, why. And this is basically the opaque version of Poir Eva, as I like to call it. I obviously have a thing for this color because I love this in opaque gems and I love Poir Eva in faceted material. So let me see if I can polish this up and give it a little extra cleaning here. So it looks like it's got a little lint on the top, and I don't want that because this is our very important Sleeping Beauty turquoise. Very important. 5 carats 78 is the size of this round. It's in a bridge we saw earlier with the Kunzite. Remember that one? That was fun. Already long gone at this point, but this is that same bridge mounting. 86 points is the diamond weight. Stunning turquoise in a 578 round. Boy, Poir Eva sticking around. That has not happened in a while. I have not had one sticking around. I've been doing Poir Evas on the air since 2004, so it's been a few. It's been a few years of Poir Eva sales here, but I got to say that is a good one. So if you're thinking about the Poir Eva, get it. If you love the beautiful bright of Sleeping Beauty, this is 2663. It's a stunning round that's a 578. It has that run of 3 different rows of diamonds underneath it, which we can look at from all the angles, and it never ceases to amaze. You've got 3 rows. That totals 86 points, plus it's in your choice of gold. And we even finished the inside entirely. Hey, doesn't that tell you something about our diamonds when they sparkle from the interior? When you've got little tiny cutouts behind the diamonds and you still see all the brilliance of the rainbow effect happening from the inside. And then we've got this stunning turquoise. Now, we're going to come in a little closer. I know there's not clarity to speak of. What we look for is specific color. Is it going to be that dingier blue, or is it going to be like a pop of robin's egg blue? This is obviously the latter. This is out of the Sleeping Beauty mine, which is kind of going through the same thing Poir Evas are going through. People that have it, generally it's smaller, minute sizes. It's generally teeny tiny rough material. And usually people are doing the exact same thing. Everything I just said about the Poir Eva trade and the way folks are holding on to it and keeping it and not selling it is really the same that can be said for the Sleeping Beauty turquoise environment. And it's been that way for years. So when we're at the trade show coming up in a few weeks in Las Vegas, that big one that everybody's at, when it's a little bit after that and it's Hong Kong, same thing. It's the same folks. Nobody's selling their turquoise. Nobody's selling Sleeping Beauty mine. We're so excited to have this for you. Let's get it home. I've had it here for months, haven't shown it. Why? Why would I not show a turquoise when I love it so much? And you guys are always asking me for Sleeping Beauty. You think I've been holding back. It's an $89.99 piece because this 578 round is the most dazzling one we have left in our inventory. And it was long set aside quite some time ago For a collector, we actually, of course, when you have the best gems in the world, a lot of times major collectors, well-known people who collect gems will come to you and want to peruse your own inventory, want to see if they can get what they need from their wish list from the TVON collection. Well, this was set aside for one of the biggest gem collectors in the world, someone who, if I gave you their name, if I was authorized to do so, I would. I'm not, but it's a big, big, big name. There's something they usually wear on their heads, actually, that is something that is worldwide recognizable. And so that's what this was here for. Now, it's since been released because obviously there's been a lot happening in that part of the world and with that family in particular. They're dealing with a lot of things right now. So yes, this turquoise has been sitting here at $89.99. I'm going to tell you something. I'm blowing it out. And I need your help. So I'm not just going to give you a price and say, here's our Monday night markdown price, take it or leave it. I'm going to let you go ahead and price it instead because I need your help and I need your phone calls, and we still have about 36 minutes here. And we got to move something. And if it ain't the Poir Eva, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe there's no hope for jewelry tonight, but you know what I'm going to do? We're going to put this on the auction block and we're going to finally let this go. Can you blame me for holding on to it at $9,000? I don't think there's anybody out there watching right now that even no matter how much I jump up and down, yell and scream and say, this is a great value, and here's the story behind it, none of you guys are paying $9,000. Am I right? Nobody's paying $9,000 for that. I think that's the beauty of when you do this for a while, like a lot of us have shopped together for a while, you get to know what's a good value and what's not. And I tend to think a lot like you do because I'm a shopper too, right? I'm a gem and jewelry lover and I'm a shopper too. So we tend to think the same way. And when I shop with you guys night after night for 22 years, you get to know what you like for value and what you don't. So I didn't think 9,000 would work. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'd rather just send it out the door and spend a little airtime on it and move on. But I'm going to give you an opportunity instead. Where this mounting, I can tell you right now, the mounting alone is $3,672. You're not even going to get to pay that. And we're giving you a dynamic round turquoise in the middle, perched up top. Let me show it to you on the hand here. White, yellow, or rose, of course, because you may want this in yellow gold. You may want it in rose gold. Turquoise looks good in anything. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that's the price of the mounting, which is, I know why that looks like an odd open, but that's why that would be free turquoise. Let's get it under 35. Let's get it under 3,000. I know it's a $9,000 ring. Now you know it. I'm not going to ask for $3,500, $3,000, even $2,500. Let's start at $2,000 on this auction. And let's go. Let's go. Let's make this easy for you. That's what we're doing. $2,000 to get it started. And you're choosing, because I love a turquoise in white when it's got diamonds like this. But you know what? I love a turquoise in yellow gold too. And it's going to look good no matter what. Certain stones are really tailored towards certain gold colors. This one's going to look good in anything. So go with your favorite. Whatever your, you know what? We got nobody. 2,000. All right. See, it just proves my point. When they come to me every day and go, we keep giving you this ring and you ain't showing it. It proves my point. I didn't show it at $9,000 because I didn't think it'd go. Now it's at $2,000 and we have no open. So it shows I was right on. Let's go even lower because I got to move something. And you know what? If without requests, if I don't have requests, it means maybe I am showing you what you like. We just need to make sure the price is better. So we need to just massage the price a little bit, get that down. So instead of $2,000, we're going to do something unthinkable here. You saw previously the price of that mounting on its own by itself and how much higher that is supposed to be for the mounting with just the diamonds and the gold. We're going to do better than $2,000. Let's go to $1,500 to get this turquoise started. And if you've realized, you know, what I'm seeing now at TVON, there used to be a day when we would have a turquoise at least 2 or 3 times a week. Those days are over. All we can muster at this point is little tiny stones, usually in stud earrings, right? Little 15, 20-point stones. That's not what we're looking at here. It's a 578. Remember everything we said about Poir Eva. How many people are holding on? Now, there's other turquoise out there. Yes, but the Sleeping Beauty variety is well known as the very best variety the world over. Even Persian turquoise. People ask me all the time, what about Persian turquoise? Is that good? It's good. It's not as good as the Sleeping Beauty variety that comes from our own backyard. It comes from Arizona. So that's unusual, and it's really, really tough to find these days. So we don't have 15 yet. We're going to give it a final 60 seconds. We're going to do any increment you want. Not even putting a restriction or a minimum on the increment. It's whatever you want to do, whatever you want. 1,500, that's where we're starting. And we're waiting. 50 seconds remaining. 50 seconds to get it started. What are we going to do? It's a $1,500 opportunity. Any increment you want. It's late night, I get it. But this is a let's find out who's still with us. That's what we're doing. And as a result, you could score the deal of a lifetime on a Sleeping Beauty turquoise. That's all there is to it. Why was I thinking about Sleeping Beauty last night? Oh, yeah. Because I was thinking about the way in that movie, how her dress changed color. It was the three, what were they called? Fairy godmothers or something? Fairy godmothers, was that it? It's been a minute since I've seen any of these movies. But, and how when they were kind of arguing on should her dress be pink or should it be blue? And the blue was a turquoise blue, by the way, and it looked so stunning with Aurora's blonde hair. But and they were changing with their magic wands. They were changing her dress color, and then I liked it better when the two colors just mixed and it looked like tie-dye. I loved it. But anyway, that's this color. And just for reference, that mine, Sleeping Beauty, has really nothing to do necessarily with the Disney cartoon. It's more to do with the fact that the mountain range of the mine actually looks like a woman lying down looks like Sleeping Beauty resting. That's what the profile of the mountain range is, what looks like a woman resting. So that's why it's called that. So anyway, yes, no Disney endorsement with that. Yeah. Do we, what? Oh, sorry, I'm just talking now movies, and I'm thinking about the birds singing, and she has such a beautiful voice. I mean, it is the princess I relate to the most, I would say. I mean, I would say Cinderella because she's blonde, but she did way too much cleaning. I cannot, no, that would not be me. I cannot, no. No. And she had helpers. But, you know, when you have to enlist the help of mice to help you clean, it seems counterproductive to me. I don't know. It just seems so counterintuitive. Yeah, there's something about it. I like the glass slippers, but, you know, sleeping and not aging sounds even better. Okay, so this is coming from the girl who doesn't sleep. So I would really, that's my aspirational princess. I would just love to sleep for a couple hours, let alone for how many years she did. All right, so 1,500, do we have it? We got it! Oh my goodness. It really is magical now. It's magical now. We got the open. Flora, fauna, and Merriweather. It came to me. Okay. All right. So now that we've all revisited nostalgia and maybe our childhoods, we're going to get this turquoise out the door. Yes? Hi, how are they doing? Wait a minute. Is this weird? We're talking Disney stuff and they're in Anaheim, right? They are, right? I mean, right? They are. They live there. They probably know the mouse. Okay, so here we go. We have the open at $1,500. They just called in. They just happen to be, see, I'm speaking their language. They probably know a thing or two about all the stories. But here we go. We're going to go ahead and give this a last call because we do have our open. And we did this earlier. It was kind of fun, too. We had so much fun earlier with an auction. I got the open after, it wasn't this long, but it was a minute. And then we got the open. We just said, hey, send it out. So we did. And gone it was. And so we're going to do the same thing. Remember, this is a little different in that there's no restriction on the increment. There's no minimum. I'm not telling you or suggesting what you need to do. You just do what you want to do. And maybe there's like your lucky number. See, like my lucky number is 5. So I'd be like bidding like maybe 55. 55 is a little extreme, but I'd go like 15, 55. Maybe that's your lucky strategy, like your strategic number that you feel like is going to give you a little good luck here at the end of the auction, whatever it is. It's up to you. That's what an increment means. You get to do what you want. You get to change the gold color. We are kind of your, you know, have it your way network, right? It's your gold color, it's your size. Hey, where do you want us to ship it? We'll ship it there for free. Don't pay for that either. Like, that's what we do here. And so anything you need, we got you covered. So here is, boy, this is just pure magic right here. Happiest place on, I probably shouldn't say that, that's slogan, but I would contend that it's going to be tough to beat. If you're looking for a very happy place on this earth, I think TVON is tough to top. I mean, when you like jewelry, this is going to be, especially when I'm up here late night Monday night giving away jewelry in auctions like this, well, this is a very happy place to be. So let's go ahead and take a last look. We'll give it 2 final minutes and we'll send it on out. Take a look. I have dreamed of owning jewelry for price tags like this and just never ever, again, when you got access to it all, I still can't make that ring for this price. So here we go, last call. Then let us know what you'd like to see for the last 20 minutes or so, because I am at your mercy. We got that big tanzanite, but I don't need to show that. I'm losing so much money on a turquoise. What would happen if I showed you a round blue wing block D? Or is anybody thinking about it? Okay, if you are, we'll show it. We can show that too. But this is going to be 15. Do we have anybody else thinking? Now, who's got the open, by the way? Andy, help me out. Who's got the open? Because I know we have some people on necklaces from earlier. We got diamond collars still going out. We have diamond hoops still going out. Isn't that the truth? Our diamond pieces always tend to just sell the entire show long. We did have diamond hoops at 235s earlier. They were $19.99. We had the diamond collar, which had assorted pricing to it, depending on the length. Tony, it's on the hand. Don't tell me I've turned you into Sleeping Beauty back there, Tony, have I? No? Okay, good. Not yet. You got 26 more minutes, okay? 26 more minutes, then your wish will be granted. Oh, it's our Friday too, Tony. I know. Listen, Tony needs a day off. You guys realize he only gets Tuesday off, right? Like, yeah, that's it. I thought I had it bad, but nobody has it like Tony's got it. So anyway, 30 seconds remaining, 1,500. Does anybody else want to come into play? Here we go. Last chance, last call. Now, I don't even know. If it's up to you guys on the increments. Let me know if anybody can top $1,500 right now, and then we can go back and forth, and we can just volley back and forth. But this is going to be it. Last call, 10 seconds to get in. And then we close the auction. Everybody who's in, that's who's eligible to bid. Let's see if we got any challengers. Far too big on my hand, but again, we size it for you. Just go true to size on it. But look at that round perched up above in that bridge setting style. Take a look. The only thing that's missing is the moat, right? The gate guarded castle. There's always the bridge. You always have to take, go over the drawbridge to get to the castle. Usually there's a moat and everything, Or was that Shrek? That was Shrek. Okay, so 15, anybody want to top it? 15, 10 or more? Got it? Sold, congratulations, let's move. Let's show the tanzanite anyways. Against my better judgment, but let's try it. Maybe this was the one nerve we haven't struck yet today, because you know that I think of it, Tony, we've only had golden unheated tanzanites and no blue wing block D. I almost went through an entire 3-hour show without a blue wing block D. Is that true? That's true. Well, good thing I avoided that. Here we go, 1124130. Probably would have a little better luck bringing it out about 2 hours ago, but here we are. 1124130, and it is a 641 in the round. Stunning, really is. It's a 641 round. This is a Portuguese cut round. Just FYI, a lot of you like to ask, is it diamond cut round or is it Portuguese cut round? It is the Portuguese. It also is a carat 36, so this might come across as pretty straightforward, simple mounting, but it's got the big diamonds. It's a carat 36, so it's our blue wing block D. It's got the big D and the diamonds there, because every single one, you see that? Every single one is huge. Not just around the halo, on the sides. Right there too, 3 on each side. It's completely magnificent in every way. This is so it. It is just bright, vibrant. The blues, the purples, the red flashes, it's all there, and it only gets better. And look at that. I'm just kind of simulating what it's going to look like in real life for you. Magical, yes, but then even better with those neon flashes coming through. That is it. So it's special. There's no doubt about that. It's special. It just needs a good home. It's what we're here to do, and make sure that even at the end of the night we can get one of these just kind of slipped in under the radar. And the good thing is, we're not real concerned here with keeping tabs on where does it sit in the record books for value, all that. You know what? Doesn't matter. With the lighter audience at this point of the night, it's a good thing. Nobody needs to know what we're going to do. It's just our little secret here at the end of the night. And that's all we can do, is make this a really huge value where, you know, it's museum reserve. Oh, I didn't say that. Well, it got the $99.99 price tag because it's the museum reserve, $641 in the round. I'm in last call on Blue Wing Block Ds overall, so this is an important time to get one if you don't have one yet. Let's try it on, because I think that's what a lot of you are longing to see is that 641 going to work? Remember, with the rounds, they tend to be really versatile as far as their size. So even if you might look at the carat weight up here and think, not sure, is that going to be too large for me? Rounds really are a good way to try a larger stone. Rounds and square cushions are a good way to try some of the larger stones that you have, because that really is, isn't that stunning? Just, you can see, just razzle dazzle me, Blue Wing Block D. That's what that is. Red raspberry colors coming through those blues and those neon purples. It's all together. It's not $99.99. We have an incredible value because, again, end of the night's here, 22 minutes left. Got to move it along. And listen, when we can get away with something, you know I'm going to push the envelope. Yes? You got it. Thank you, Nancy, for that request. I will get the red citrine earrings up here next for you. Sounds good. And then here we go with white, yellow, or rose gold. You get to decide. But it's also not even going to be $9,000, $8,000, $7,000, $6,000, $5,000, $49.99 is fabulous. But we're going to just take it a step further than that and make this really, really affordable. Call me. One caller gets it. And this, by the way, as I wear it here, I wish I had a Wonder Ring right now, because let me tell you something, this mounting would be so perfect if on days you want to take it up a notch, take it to that extra step, next level, add a Wonder Ring either on one side or both. It would be spectacular, and it works really, really well proportionally with that round. So just saying, if you got the Wonder Ring, and who doesn't, you've got them. This would be perfect with the Wonder Ring if you want to add a little extra. That could be the yellow or the pink or the white diamond Wonder Ring. FYI, they'd look great with all of them. But it's not going to be $49.99 either. Oh, I'm already, and so I just got a little note about the turquoise. Yeah, I'm in trouble on the turquoise. Well, so hey, we've already crossed that bridge and the drawbridge and the moat and everything. So guess what? Trouble is going to abound for the next 20 minutes. What would you like to see? If it's Blue Wing Block D and it's a round you want, you got it. It's not even $49.99. Let's do it. I was going to do $39.99, call it a day, give it 60 seconds. We're actually going to do better than that here, because why not? We got to move some jewelry. We got to do it fast, and then the red citrine earrings are coming up next. So whatever you do, don't go anywhere, because we have the red citrines, which we just had the ring a couple of days ago. So we're going to bring out the matching earrings, and you know we're going to make those affordable as well. But here we go with our tanzanite, Blue Wing Block D. Check that out. And that one's actually going to be less than even $39.99. Another astounding value on the literal best tanzanite the world over is happening right now. And it's not going to be $39.99. Forget about $35. You know these prices have all elevated worldwide on tanzanite, even the regular Black Sea washed out material. So it's only natural that it should also be elevating on the Blue Wing Best, but it's not. We're going to make this even better than $35, $34, $33.99. Call me now. We already have a couple of you thinking about it. Good to see. We've really piqued your interest now with this Blue Wing Block D, and how could we not? Nearly 6.5 carats. The round is just dazzling. Why just get neon colors alone at their best possible when you can actually get the flashes and the brilliance with the neon colors? That's what this brings you. It's not even $33, $32, $31.99. We're taking it extra low here, and I can't believe what we're doing here. On a museum reserve that has gigantic individual diamonds all the way around it. Could not be a more classic style of mounting. I mean, really, is there anything more classic than a halo like that, but done up the right way? Of course, this is really done the proper way. All bigger individual stones, really incredible rounds. Let's make it better than $3,099. Go all the way to our rock bottom markdown. Let's make it $29.99 instead. Send it on out. I'm going to give it 60 seconds, and then we've got red citrines coming up. The red citrines are here in an earring. So yes, together as a match pair. Never thought we'd see that day arrive, but it's here and it's happening. So we'll bring those out next for you. Thank you again for that request. And then here we go with our last minute left on this one. So a very, very important piece. And you're talking about, that's some serious color there that's happening all the way through that stone. And yes, the red flashes, I know they're always a little more difficult to pick up on camera, especially with the rounds, because all that fire and brilliance is really kind of taking the front seat here, but look at it, it's happening. Yes. Oh, Tracy, if you only had any idea, did you tell her? No, did you tell her? Because I already told you. Pretty much my diet for the last week since basically like not even a weekend yet, but my diet has been sugar-free Pedialyte, 3 gallons of water a day, and pretty much, Tracy, it's been chicken bone broth. Yeah, it's been chicken bone broth. It's pretty much, yes, that's been my diet. Yeah, I'm trying to think, and all the immunity shots that I always take. Yeah, all that stuff. But yeah, but is it bad? Is my voice sound terrible today? Is it, because I pushed it hard yesterday, which I shouldn't have, but I did. Is it sound really bad, Tracy? I'm sorry if it sounds gravelly and annoying. I'm sorry. Yeah. The doctor said don't go back to work till next Friday, which is actually, yeah, that's what he told me. But I was like, true story. He's like, don't be, yeah, just hold off. But yeah, he doesn't, yeah, what does he know? He's only a doctor for like those Hollywood actresses. He's like, well, that's your business, right? You can just take off as much time as you want. They'll stop production, right? I'm like, He's like, they'll just tell the crew to go home, take a vacation, come back in a week. I'm like, yeah, it's not that kind of thing, Doc. It's a little different. You could tell he only helps like the Hollywood actress types, you know? It's like, no, it's a little different. Different thing. But anyway, I just said, just give me whatever I need to get this voice back, okay? And he did. Prednisone, exactly. All right, and all the bone broth. But anyway, Tracy, thank you, and thank you so much for being here tonight. Let's go ahead and get to our red citrines. This one I think is going. It sounds like it's verifying right now. Yes. Sure. For who? Travis? All right. I don't know, we're flashing this is gone though, right? We didn't have like an auction gone bad scenario, right? This is still gone? Okay. Turquoise, flash right there. Just flashing the turquoise, Sleeping Beauty. And then here we go. We're gonna get into the red citrine earrings. This could be a wild moment here. Item number is 1122750. I just happened to distinctly remember when I brought you the ring what happened, and it was quite the moment. So I had a ring about maybe a week ago, I think it was a week ago tonight. I had a ring, and it was a single stone, obviously, as the center, and then we added pink and white diamonds to it. Well, we actually got this rare moment here to put together 2 oval stones together as a match, and there they are. Isn't that great? So they're looking so good. This is not typical citrine. It's not even typical Madeira. Usually Madeira citrine is considered the best in the world. This one's 1122750. It's 2 full carats of oval citrine. And it's going to be 40 points in diamonds. It has the halo and diamonds around it as well. And it's a larger earring, so please wait till you see them on. And then they've got the oval, which typically you're going to wear them north to south. The post is actually oriented that way, so they're meant to be kind of draping down the ear a bit, like so. But I'm going to show them to you from a distance so we can get you a measurement. But white, yellow, rose gold. I think the ring, and I say that because I do believe the ring was in rose and white. So just know that if you were lucky enough to get the ring last week, you could go ahead and match it up to these earrings by changing the gold in the earring. So we went with yellow gold to start, but you can change it up if you want. Here's the length you get from top to bottom, 1/2 inch top to bottom, and then take a look at what we're going to do. I'm going to put one, I just want to show you, the post is not at the very tippy top, but it's at the upper portion of the earring. We just don't put it at the very top because we still want to give you, you know, any piercing coverage you need. But it's going to be a huge value, and why not? I'm just loving these auctions here and that we've been able to do in here in the last couple of minutes. And I'm just thinking, given the end of the night is really upon us here, we have 14 minutes. I do want to show these to you on just really quickly, just for a little bit. It's important to give you, I think, a size perspective. You know, I always like to see what a piece looks like on, just to get a little more acquainted with it and know what to expect, so there's no surprises when you open that box and, you know, one way or the other you're not surprised. You just know that they're a larger earring, obviously 1 carat in the oval in each ear, completely matched to perfection, halo and diamonds around it, and let's get them home. You're choosing the gold color. Again, not that that's going to be what you see the most. You're really seeing the citrines and the diamonds. Let's go back up close and let's make it really easy. I know it's rare. This is just a rare variety of citrine where it's still a quartz stone. Usually citrine is a very pale orange or light golden color. This has, the difference maker is really there's a lot of red to it. So instead of even getting a deeper orange like a Madeira would be, these are really what the trade calls a red citrine, even though it's not red like a ruby. It's got a lot of those red kind of significant red flashes. It's almost like a burning ember. If you saw a flame of a fire and you see the different temperatures equate to different colors of the flame, it's very similar in that there's beautiful yellow goldens and auburn oranges and then red reds. So it's kind of like, again, all those fiery tones, but with that halo and diamonds, and we're just going to go ahead and send them out. I'm just going to go zero to start. Let's go zero to start, $100 increments with no reserve. That might be fun because it was kind of a last little addition here by request. Hey, Jess, did anyone get the tanzanite yet? We're checking. I don't know where that stands. I'm not even sure if the round tanzanite is still here. But obviously, this would be the complete most irresponsible thing to do is run a zero to start no reserve auction at the end of the night with 12 minutes left. So here we are, and that's exactly what we're doing. And I hope we can handle it. But if you ever, maybe you were just about to kind of wrap up your evening, you may not want to go just yet because we got a value waiting to happen for somebody. And just for the record, the earrings, I mean, in case you care, it's a $28.99 earring. We have $100. Thank you. We are going to sell them. It's official now because we do have an open. That's all we need is $100 and we've got it. And now it's going to be a battle of put in your top bid. We don't have all night to be here with this auction. We only have 11 and a half minutes in the show. But give it your best shot. Give it your best bid. Let's go for it. Remember, there's 40 points in diamonds. Sometimes we do an earring that's a smaller scale. This is 40 points in diamonds, similar to half carat and VS diamonds. You're going to still choose your gold color. And we have 2 bidders. Few of you waiting to get through. I got to say, I'm a little surprised we only have 2 bidders so far. But that's the time of night. So again, thank me later or thank me when you win them. But this is why we shouldn't be running auctions at this time. 300 or 4? $300. Thank you. We have 3. 400 now. Thank you. Just 3 bidders so far now. So still you got very little competition. You probably will have very little competition. Don't see a flurry of phone calls happening here in the last few minutes, and that's because we can't expect people to call who aren't watching, right? That's the first step, right? They got to be watching to be calling. $400. We have everyone through. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we have 400. Who do you have there? Abby? Kathy. See, at first I heard happy, and I went, exactly. Whoever it is, they will be happy. Because if they get those earrings at 400, what is not to be thrilled about? We have 500. Who's our competitor over here? Uh-oh. Where's everyone going? We have 500. I don't know why that seemed to be a little mini knockout there. We've got $500 as the bid. We'll find out who that is. Hey guys, we can still get you through. We're not ending until, and I was going to just let this run for the end of the night. Honestly, maybe we don't need to. I thought we'd just use up the rest of the show. We may not need 9.5 more minutes to get this done. Maybe we just give it 2 minutes now since we may be down to 1 bidder, and then we say goodbye to him. That's going to be it. So our final call is now. $500. Now, maybe before I just say 2 minutes and let's sell them. Let's also recall what's happening here. The rarest form of citrine, of course, this is a quartz family gem related to amethyst, citrine, and amethyst. Usually, though, you know it looks different. I know you've seen it elsewhere. We don't bring a lot of citrine. We are more of, we like to specialize in rare and exotic. So we tend to bring only the best quality. If we can't bring the best, we just don't bring it at all. That's kind of our policy here. This is forget about the best quality. That's obviously covered, but it's really just hard to find. Think about it. You guys know what's happening in the jewelry world. You pay attention to what's going on. I know you watch every show. I know you watch all the big networks. I know you watch us and you keep, tabs on who's doing what. You know the values and you know the quality and you ask the right questions and you're also perusing online and you're going to those stores that are in your local neighborhood, and so you are in the know. Listen, you're savvy. We know you are, and I believe that's because you're here. You're choosing to shop here. That makes you a savvy shopper. But you're savvy because it's easy in today's day and age with the World Wide Web and television networks like ours showing you jewelry all the time. It's really good and easier than it's ever been to know and understand what you're shopping for. And I ask that, have you ever seen red citrine anywhere else? Have you seen this quality of quartz anywhere else? That alone is really a driving force behind what should make it a $2,900 earring, and now it's at $500. So with all that said, that's the rarity of the center stones that are matched. They're the big ovals that are 1 carat each. Then that is set in solid gold. And then you're getting almost a ½ carat in diamonds around that. So here we go. You're going to still choose your gold color. You still have a money back guarantee. All of that still applies even when you have this no reserve. And that's a no reserve, meaning if this is all I get, $500 is all I can muster in the last 2 minutes, then fine. They sell at $500 and somebody just saved a bundle. You're saving $2,400 right now. The next bid, $600. So it doesn't mean you can't jump in. If you've got $600 and you know that that's worth it, then you can come on in the last 2 minutes, which we're about to give, and they might be yours. You just never know. So we're going to give it 2 minutes. All you have to do is dial in within the 2 minutes, and then you're good to go. So here's what we're going to do. Final call, white, yellow, or rose. Yes, we even offer rose gold with the red citrines. It'd be great. So final call is now. This is the kind of the crazy thing about a late night auction, but it's whatever it takes to get the jewelry out the door, and that is exactly what we're doing right now, is moving a really rare pair of stunning, keep in mind it would also apply to a November birthstone, just putting that out there. I know that's a ways away, but it's something that, yes. So we're verifying right now, guys. We have 95 seconds left on the clock remaining. Oh, did she? Rita, hi. Thank you, Rita in Arizona. Thank you so much. Appreciate you shopping tonight. Let me know if you have any last minute requests too, guys, because we will have a few minutes left after this auction wraps. So we will still have a couple of minutes to show you whether it's a recap on something, whether it's something we can bring out quickly from the vault. We'd be happy to do that too. And you know what? I might just show you an Andalusite. We'll stay in the rare. But we've got a final call, 1 minute left. One final minute remaining in our auction. We're looking for $600. Do we have it? This is an important moment for our red citrine lovers. And let's face it, it's just a color that goes beautifully with everything. It's almost like, it's like having a neutral stone. There's a color that really, whether you do wear more vibrant colors or more neutral colors, or maybe you just switch it up every day, that's always going to work. It's a stud earring. So the style is really tailor-made for a lot of wearability and versatility, but so is the color really. And just you have the pride of knowing that you're wearing something most people will never see, let alone own, maybe perhaps not even heard of, right? You can have a whole gem community together, and very few would have been privy to red citrines before. So we're at 500. We're looking for our last call. We've got now 15 seconds till the auction closes, and then we'll find out who our top bidder is. Looking for 600 or more. That would be an option. You know, speaking of really cool stones, we got a rarity coming up. Don't go anywhere. We might have our grand finale be Andalusite. That's the more red that I've ever seen of Andalusite. That's coming up too. Not familiar? We'll tell you all about it. But here we go. Final call. Do we have $600? Got it? Sold. Congratulations. Let's get to it quickly because I'm running out of time. We have 5 minutes remaining. Look at this. This is so stunning. This usually is a stone, well, it's highly pleochroic. We usually have a stone here that's going to give greens and reds. It does have a little bit of that bicolor pleochrosum, but actually it's more red than anything else. It's like this really intense pinky red. It's called Andalusite. It's 1124096, and this would also be cool mounting, right? 75-point pear-shaped stone in the middle. 44 points is the diamond weight. The mix of diamonds from the bigger burnished round brilliants to the smaller round brilliants that are paved along the edge, along the border. I think it's just beautiful that way. It's a special piece, no doubt about it. And it's also going to be one big value. Now, we don't have time for much here, just besides getting that knockdown price here. And this one's going to be, well, $38.99 should be. 44 points is the diamond weight. I do want to show it to you on. Obviously, it has one more curved side and one more pointed or chevron almost to its shape there, which really then shows off the beauty of the pear shape. It fits that well, but you see it's still got a few elements of those greens, especially along the edge of the pear shape, around the lobe of the pear, and then it gets into these really kind of intense plum colors. Truly looks like a plum. It's such a pretty look. Now, every time you change your light environment, from whether it's sunlight to indoor light, fluorescent lighting to incandescent light, it's going to tend to be changing and shifting all the time. It's not a color change stone, but it's just shifting more by the moment, which is even, if you ask me, even more fun because you see it a lot more. We're going to take this, again, $38.99 piece. We're going to blow it out. It's one of the rarest stones, even just now. Having it on the hand, moving it around a little bit side to side, you're really seeing the different colors play. Sometimes it looks more golden, sometimes more pink, sometimes more red. Sometimes you're seeing those golden greens come through. It's a really unusual rare stone. and I'm just going to blow it out because it's all I have time to do. We have 3 minutes left. You can change the gold color on this one as well. So you can have the white gold or the rose gold. I think anything would be dynamic with this stone. It's kind of the beauty of the stone. Anything goes with this one, and so much. It's kind of like getting 3 or 4 stones in one with this gem, but it's still rare. It's still, at the end of the day, it's out of Brazil, and it's really, really rare, and we're going to talk about it for $999 just to give it away. End of the show. Now, if you have any requests, if there's something you want to check on availability, we've had 3 hours of jewelry. There's been a lot of it. So here would be my best recommendation too. If there's something you want to check on, we've had everything from classic diamond inside out hoops to the tennis necklace was here in diamonds to some really, really rare like golden zoisites and unusual pieces. So the Poir Eva, I think, is still here in that saddle ring, I think. So we still got a couple of options. I know I had a gold quartz, bicolor zircon. Oh, let me flash the yellow sapphire that was here. This was one you probably missed. I put it up a couple minutes into the show. Here's our yellow sapphire. This yellow sapphire is over 1.5 carats in size. It's 112-2917. This is $12.99, by the way, for the unheated yellow sapphire. I had to throw that in for one more look because that's a carat 51 unheated yellow sapphire, and it's with 74 points in diamonds. I got it down to $12.99. That was how we kicked off Monday night must-see markdowns, and yet it's still hanging out. So if you missed it, well, $12.99 is a pretty amazing value for a yellow sapphire of that size. I'll try it on the hand one more time. We've got about 90 seconds left in the show. Don't forget, we're not here on Tuesdays. No show on Tuesdays. So we will next rendezvous on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Pacific, 9 p.m. Central Time, and 10 p.m. Eastern. So I hope to see y'all then. Hopefully you will be with us for a big, exciting What's New Wednesday, and just check out the values. And hey, you never know. Plus, I've got a preview. Did you hear over the weekend? I told you yesterday, we're going to have a nail necklace. That nail design, my Nailed It collection, it's going to be here in a necklace variety. So that's going to be coming up this weekend as well. So we'll preview that for you on Wednesday. You'll get to see a little bit of a sneak peek of that one as well if you didn't already see it on Sunday. So lots and lots to get to on Wednesday night and Thursday night as well. So we'll see you then. Those shows all start at 7 o'clock Pacific Time, 9 p.m. Central, 10 p.m. Eastern. So don't forget about us, and have a wonderful Tuesday in the meantime. This yellow sapphire is $12.99. We'll be here for a couple minutes after we go off the air. So if you have any questions, just jot down that phone number so you know how to reach us. And again, thank you so much for being with us and spending a little bit of your Monday night with us. We appreciate it so, so much. And again, back on Wednesday. So no show Tuesday. We all get a little shopping break. And we'll be back on Wednesday night for a big celebration as we get all the brand new. So can't wait to see you then. Have a great rest of your evening. Thanks so much for watching and shopping. I'm Lauren Blair. Good night.